So you wanna run that question back there, Jess? My
I
lovely younger
honestly
sister.
totally forgot. What was the question? Your shot vac
So my
sucks.
shot
Is it
back
in the
was
wrong
my
hole?
shot back is yeah, that's it. So you just asked if my shot vac hose was in the wrong hole. I just wanted to document this. That's all.
You can't even
Right.
shove it into the wrong hole. Nick said you can't even shove it into the wrong hole.
Yeah, you
So,
aren't trying hard enough.
yeah.
All right, whatever.
I don't know, Nick. It must be too big. All right.
Jesus
I just
Christ.
didn't
All
know if
right,
you were using it
love you
wrong.
both.
So,
I'm streaming. Peace out.
all right. Love you too. Bye.
Like, that's how an average conversation with my siblings and I go. Just in case anyone was really curious about that. You are indeed the asshole. Hello, monkey. How are you?
Hi,
How
monkey.
he, we might be doing some reunion trip here soon.
As you guys should.
All right, all right. You can see stream, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. A very big asshole because he has a very big asshole. So it's all based upon the size of the asshole, is it? I thought you were gonna call me an asshole because of my hair.
At least
That'll
you
work.
didn't say it was because of your nose.
That's right. That's right. Well, did you want to hold on, monkey? I'll join when I get back to the shop. Okay, I got that. I got that. God, I don't know how much work Monkey doesn't do at his job, but I hope my Twitch streams are never the way that they find out. Like it's quite fascinating actually how little he fucking works at his job.
For sure.
All right, how's everything look? How's everything sound before we roll into anything? I'm not even on the clock yet. Yeah, that's my thing. You're preemptively going. I'm going into the shift and I'm not working. With my brother, the way we start conversations is, "Hey fucker, how are you, bitch?" Yeah, that's usually how we start it. But because they all live here, like it's just yelling, right? It's just yelling across the hall, so to speak.
You know, it's really funny.
Right on.
Your sister has popped up on my people you may know on like Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm like, LOL. I just gotta leave it because I don't really use Facebook all that much. So,
Yeah, I got told today at paintball practice
oh,
that I should be using Facebook more.
I didn't realize we were reverting back in time.
And I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to upload my GoPro footage to cave drawings. Doing
For real.
that, yeah, doing that different exporting. Me and my brother used to just fight all the time. Yeah. Hi Instagram. Hi to everyone. Well, what's funny is there's no one watching, by the way, on Instagram right now. I'll say hi when they pop in. But like everyone who normally is here, including Wild, immediately joined on Insta unpromptedly, and this is
It's because I
why.
got a notification.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do miss it.
I got-
I understand. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I got a notification about it, and I was like, "What's happening?" And you know, curiosity has killed the cat. So
Yeah. Well, I'm not allowed to. There's this unspoken rule where if I name a stream, do not watch test stream, everyone and their mom fucking shows up from the woodwork. I mean, viewers who I was real tight with, I mean, like from 3 years ago will show up and be like, well, slap my ass. What's going on? And I'm like, it says don't watch. I don't have the webcam set up. It's usually dark as shit. What's up with your hair? I just showered after paintball practice. So actually, hold on. I think it's mostly dry now. I'm going to put it back.
Zombie, that is a crazy thing to say to your sister.
With my sister, I introduce her as Java the Hutt and say she's one sandwich away from being.
Insane, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you do the voice at all? I can't do Java's voice, but that would be really fucking funny if you could figure out how to do Java's voice. There we go. My hair looks a little bit more normal. I know, right? Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, that's insane. You know what is my brother constantly he'll be like you're just mad cuz you're ugly. And then I have to remind him that we look alike.
So it's my twin.
Yeah, it's basically like if your twin tells you that you're ugly. And so you have to be
Ugly and
like,
proud.
hey, we look alike, right? And so he'll be like, touche. And he walks away. We look
That's
less
it.
alike. We
Yeah.
still look alike, but we're looking further and further away from each other as we get older.
Okay.
I'd say he gets the Italian genes and I
Sure.
got the Hispanic ones.
Sure.
So
Sure. A little bit of a standoff there.
yeah.
I 100% am the only one that looks Italian out of you know
16 of you?
Yeah, all of us. Because they're all blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm like, look at these Aryan little motherfuckers. Get in my face. Get in my face. You're not eating. There's no Dagos besides me here. But I looked like my stepbrother, who's Argentinian, more than I look like my biological brother. It was that way until like we both turned like 20. But yeah, we lied to everyone and told them we were brothers, and no one ever doubted it. And they're like, "You're in the same year in high school," and I'm like, "Yeah, you don't do math.
and?
Please stop. Yeah, you're gonna ruin the bit."
Yes, and what about it?
Just tell everyone that this is my asshole brother. Nice. That's a good introduction. I think I'm gonna fix my hair just a little bit more because I'm a little fucking fuck. There we go. Maybe. No, that didn't fix nothing. I can feel
It
it.
looks like you put so much gel in it.
There's not. It's just wet.
I know.
It's wet. All right. So I'm trying to think. Before we usually roll into this one, welcome everyone. This is Am I the Asshole? A forum where people bring their social situations to figure out if they were being an asshole. Before we roll into that, I don't really have any news per se in the world of gaming, in the world of the world, besides getting political. You got anything, Wild?
Just that I have officially downloaded CS:GO, which
Not
might be a
CS2?
problem.
Or you download
CS2.
CS2? Okay.
CS2.
Okay.
Which might be a mistake, and we're gonna find out. But and then I
You're gonna
got
learn.
a tattoo on Friday.
Would you like to share with the class?
I will send you a photo of it
Sure.
for stream.
Sure.
But I'll send it to you on Discord if
Yeah.
that's helpful.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, and it was free-handed on my arm. It took like 6 hours because you freehand it, and then it was tattooed, and it was great, and it's all fine line, so it was just one needle.
Oh, okay.
But I'm really happy with it.
Has he arrived?
Dude, I sent you like 50 of them, and you're not getting a face cam.
All right. Bam.
It's my
That's
tattoo that I got
fantastic.
fresh off.
This is very good line work. This is very good
Yeah.
line work.
I think the craziest part is, and I'm gonna blow your mind real fast.
Yep.
He's only been tattooing for 2 years, but he used to work
Shoot.
in fashion before then. So
That's really
you see
solid.
my tattoo?
yeah, I got a tattoo.
Happy early birthday, Zom. I forget that because you'll be 25 this year. I'll be 28 this year. Okay, so
Fucking old ass bitch.
you're old. How old are you?
Shut up.
How old are you?
Old enough to be your fucking dad.
Yeah, you hear that? You hear that, everyone?
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Also, well, yeah,
guys
while
like
you're
this
here,
already.
by the way, you totally sent me ones I can't use. I mean, I have some of them pulled up. You sent me one in full Spanish.
Yeah, that was the joke. I wanted to see if you'd catch on to that.
Yeah, I totally caught on to that. Is this
I
a
would like
tattoo?
to
Did you just get a
elaborate.
tattoo?
Yeah, I sent you my new tattoo.
Yay.
I love it.
Good times and war crimes.
I love
Nice.
times and more.
Nice. I'd like to elaborate. Cash goes, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not fluent in Spanish. And I said, yeah, me either.
Weird, you're like Spanish.
Yeah.
I have 2 Caucasian parents. God forbid
Also,
a
what's
girl
up,
is. God forbid a girl has a biological dad she doesn't know. Okay, my
It took
bad.
me 45 minutes to read half of it.
It's just copying and pasting into fucking Google Translate.
No, I actually can read Spanish. It just doesn't. It's not like
Then you're just
immediate
not
with me.
fluent.
It takes a minute.
Sure.
Listen, I'm a no sabo, no hablo kid, so it's
Sabo, no
over for me. Okay, okay. It's
I
Now-
literally
just
worked
not
with
in the
Spanish
cards.
people for the last 4
Shut
years.
up, Lyric. You're older than Dustin. Let me pin that. Thank you. What do you
Not
plan on?
fair. I don't even have this stream pulled up.
What do you plan on doing, Zom? Also, for anyone wondering, this is also being streamed to Instagram. So if it seems like I am
we
juggling
don't care.
2 chats. Larry, do you have any news? Any gaming news? Any news? Any news?
Like any news in general. Like,
sure. Any news that that isn't like, hey, by the way, we're at war.
Okay, well, we're not.
Besides
So
that.
there's that.
Yeah, I'm just
Not officially.
saying. Just yeah.
But the first F1 race of the season happened at 10 p.m.
Okay.
last night because
Okay.
it was in Australia in Upside Down Land. As per my predictions, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri absolutely could not handle the new cars this year. Seems like Mercedes built a rocket ship, so George Russell placed first,
Okay.
and Kimi Antonelli placed second. That's both drivers for the Mercedes team, and then Charles Leclerc placed third, which surprising to me. I didn't think Ferrari had it in them to do something, but the grid does look tighter this year. I'm not a huge fan of the rules, but it does make racing more exciting. There was approximately 5 times more overtakes this year in the opening race than there was last year. So that's good. Cars are a little more, I don't want to say competitive because they are slower overall,
Okay.
but makes the field in itself more competitive and more entertaining to watch. Max started P20 and ended P6. Being a 4-time world champion, people expect a little more out of him, but with new cars, new season, new regulations, a P6 is something to be happy with, especially when his teammate bowed out after the fourth lap due to a mechanical failure. Nothing to do with
no malice.
him as a
No.
driver.
Okay.
He actually qualified third, I believe, so he started in P3. In quali, being a second-year driver, first year with Red Bull. So F1's back, baby, to a degree. As an old head, yeah, V10s. But other than that, no. Other news and the gaming side, Marathon is actually a very good game. And when I say good, I don't mean like good in the sense like because you know me, I'm devil's advocate. I'm the unpopular opinion guy.
Sure.
The game is good for what it is. It's good for what it is. If you compare it to other extraction shooters, who's calling me? Fuck that guy. If you compare it to other extraction shooters, who the fuck? Stop calling me, because it goes to my computer. It's not Arc Raiders. It's not Tarkov. It's not ABI. It's its own thing. It's fun. It's entertaining.
Sure.
Is it worth the $40 price point? I don't think so. Not at this point in time. But I also didn't think that Arc Raiders was worth its $40 price point.
At that time, yeah.
But at the time, but as time went on, I do believe that Arc Raiders is worth the $40 price point. So I'm happy to see what Bungie will do with Marathon. It's one of those games where it's like you either love it or hate it. There's no in between.
Yeah.
But I'm also a strong advocate for play the fucking game and enjoy it. If you don't like it, shut the fuck up. We don't need to hear your opinion about it. You obviously don't like it. You not playing it is voicing your opinion enough. Sometimes silence is golden. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You're not a developer. You're just a consumer. All right. There's plenty of other games out there. You have your niche. Play those. Stop bitching about games that you're not going to play anyway. Like, who cares? Just long gone are the days of playing a game just for the sake of having fucking fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have
no kidding.
a edge.
So,
I think
that's pretty gone for a while.
Over.
She just installed CS2, so it's definitely
I mean,
definitely long gone for fun.
I don't enjoy Valorant. I don't enjoy CS2, but like when I played CS2 with Monkey and we played Valorant with Wild and everybody else the other night, like I was enjoying the vibe of playing a game with the friends, even though it's not like my cup of tea of game.
Sure.
I was enjoying the game in company with friends. If I was to play alone,
just not your
one of those games that I would wake up on a Saturday morning and be like, I'm just gonna go knock out some fucking Val real quick. No.
Yeah, I do think like Valorant for me definitely feels more of like I want to play something with my friends because I enjoy that a lot more, regardless if I win or lose. Like, of course you want to win, but I do think that like having a group of friends to play that game with does make it more enjoyable. I don't like solo queuing because then I get really upset, and I
It's
I
the
just
curse
don't
of
want
it.
to do that.
It's the curse of it.
Yeah.
I mean, Marathon is definitely one of those games where it's like, if you're playing with friends, it's enjoyable. Like we can sit here and bitch about the content and how the game plays over and over again, but at the end of the day, like we're almost 30 years. I'm 30 years old. We're the rest of us are almost 30 years old.
Sure.
I'm the
Almost.
oldest in the friend group,
Shoot.
unfortunately.
You rounding.
Calm down.
You rounding.
But like, Todd's looking to become a content creator. Like the ability, his ability to play a game and like his ability to entertain need to be one and the same. Like you need to the balance between content creating and being good at the game has got to. There's be some give and
There's gotta
take.
be
Like,
some,
okay,
yeah.
I don't like,
Yeah.
like I don't like this game Marathon.
A Venn
Okay, but it's a
diagram.
great game to pick up with friends and hang out and vibe and actually have some sort of like community content, if that makes sense. Like more along the lines of we're playing this game as a group of people. Here's entertainment as opposed
give it
to
a shot.
yeah, like it's not gonna hurt anybody. There's a balance that needs to be there, and I think most gamers need to humble themselves. You're not the next Shroud. You're not the next Bolo. You're not the next Tfue. You're not the next fucking Shotzi. Like, play the fucking game, dude. Play the fucking game or don't. Nobody cares about your fucking opinion. If you really care that much about the game, go to school, be a developer. You can even do that shit for free now on Google.
Yeah,
like,
and then suffer
go
crunch
down
time. Get
and
out of
bitch.
here. Oh, you got the.
Like-
oh, sorry, I was reading chat for a moment.
Oh,
I was looking at this. We talked about Marathon. Impulse finally said in Arc I got to 4 million. I think I saw something
Yeah, I
like
was at-
13 million.
I was at 7 million when the fucking wipe hit, and I have not touched it since the wipe.
Zom, is that the cousin that you played Modern Warfare with? I pretty much only play Wingman on CSFI solo. Yeah. I love Wingman. Was Marathon a shadow drop? No.
Marathon was not a shadow drop.
Bad
It
marketing.
was announced, I want to say like a year or two ago, and then there was a lot of hype around it. There was a beta or a closed alpha that happened a while ago, and they had some big name streamers that were really big into Tarkov play it, and some other people. Meaty Marley actually got in on it. If it just to show
Marley.
you how wide it went for people to play it, and it got really good perception overall in terms of gameplay, but a lot of people were not happy with the way it looked. Like, it looks like Roblox, it looks too cartoony, and I'm like, it's a game. Like, we don't need it to look hyper realistic for it to be enjoyable. Like,
Sure. That has kind of
I like-
killed gaming. Ray tracing, DLSS features. Like at some point,
Yeah,
just
so I'm
enjoy
telling
a
people
fucking
stay away
style.
series cards. Yeah, stay away
Make
from the
them
50
stick.
series cards. That's all they're for.
Yeah, just make them stick figures and move on.
That's right.
Honestly, one of the
Bring
greatest
back Pop
games I've ever
Tropica.
played was a stick figure game. Fuck, what was it? One of the best games I've ever played was like a stick figure game. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a browser game and it was stick figures, and it was so amazing. And like to this day, like if that game was still playable, I would fucking play the shit out of it. Crunker is a great game. Shout out to fucking God, what's that kid's name? He was on our old R6 team. Fuck, what was his name? Stern showed me that game. It's just Minecraft FPS, and it's the funnest thing I've ever played. It's free on Steam. You can play it in browser. Like the quote unquote graphic quality of the game does not make a game enjoyable. You're just fucking a piece of shit. Like, games can be fun.
Yeah, I definitely think that, I mean, as somebody who's like getting into gaming within the last like 2 years or so, I definitely
You don't
like,
get an opinion then,
yeah, I mean, I'm never getting an opinion, unfortunately.
because you're a woman.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
this day.
The undertone was there. I just said it. Okay.
Right, on International Women's Day is crazy.
Yeah. Go play Mighty Guy on Funbrain. What the fuck is Funbrain? I used to play on like y8games.com and Miniclip.
I like how I like how I just like interrupted Wild, and then you just took over like she didn't have something to finish saying.
Yeah, you know what? We
I
were
didn't-
we were really finishing your thought there. Go ahead, Wild.
I'm also just making sure my mic sounds okay.
I'm on a MacBook. You can't sound any worse than me.
There was static for a moment. I just shot her a message.
It was a bit, yeah.
It was just unplug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
think
you
so.
know how to fix that top.
Listen, that's all I know how to do is unplug and plug.
That's all I know how
Yeah,
to do. I'm
that's-
just
And it works.
God, if only
50%
you
of
had
the
an
time, it works 100% of the time.
unpaid audio engineer.
fair. But
Fuck
for,
yeah,
for
Impulse.
me, I basically just, as somebody who's getting into gaming within like the last 2 years, it's mind-boggling to me. Like, I always heard about how long it takes to like release games, even though people were like, "Hey, this was pretty good in beta. You don't have to like, it's pretty good. You don't
Mm.
got to do anything about it."
Mm.
And then they go in and they change everything about it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's fun. Like, I think the reason that like Minecraft, for example, is so popular is because it's so simple. It's blocks. And they were like, that's it, and we're running with it. And I think that's why it's lasted for so long. I mean, everybody has their like 2-week Minecraft phase, but I think there's something
We
to
didn't
be
have
said
our
about that.
God, what's up with that?
What would you say to me?
We didn't have our 2-week Minecraft phase last year. What's up
No,
with that?
no.
What the hell?
Are we
Well, to be fair, I
neurotypical
wasn't-
now?
Well, to be fair, I was
Well,
in college
whoa.
for half last year and the year prior, so I mean, I can see why we didn't have a Minecraft phase.
Yeah. Anytime I think about,
Whoa.
I remember the NSO Church of Cash getting burned down and grief to shit. So yeah.
I'm not saying me and Wolf took time out of our day to find it, but I mean, you know,
Yeah.
here we
yeah.
are.
I was at a build contest with another Discord group that I'm in. and I won.
Really?
So, yeah, I built
That's
an
neat.
abandoned wizard tower
That's
that
neat.
was split in half by a crystal.
Way to bury the
Okay.
lead. Come on now. Is there any pictures? Is there any videos of this out there floating around?
Somewhere it exists, but I don't personally have a photo because again, my laptop is like, I have a gaming laptop, and so it can only do so much. I
Mm.
can run shaders, but then it kind of causes a lot of rubber banding to happen, and
Sure.
so I just don't.
Well, also, before we get started, I do want to point out, if y'all ever, want to know what it's like to be a mechanic, go look up Concept 3 performance on YouTube.
I won't.
Let me tell
Absolutely.
you, his videos are what go through my head every time somebody asks me something about a car. And, just watch. He's got a series called Customer Complaints or Customer States, Concept 3 Performance. Dude, like, oh my God, that's what goes. If you're wondering what it goes through when you're from your mechanic's head, when you bring in your vehicle, that right there, it is that.
There was one I saw, and it's probably a different content creator, but it was like, if I microwave this burrito, I probably have enough time to pee and come back when it's done. And apparently that was a huge thing in the comment section. Everyone was agreeing, like, yeah, we've all had that race with microwavable food.
Yeah, there's nothing more satisfying than like right as it hits 0-0 before it beeps,
Yep.
you can pull it open.
The bomb squad.
Yep.
All right. So the only announcement I have, and then we'll wrap this up, is Mounts PI comes out, I want to say in a week. That is the like Doom shooter, black and white hand drawn, where it looks like it's old age, like Mickey Mouse. That
hell
will
yeah.
be. I'm very excited for it. That will be the next game I embark upon when that drops.
Steamboat Willie.
We do not care.
I love his videos. I'm gonna ban you from a fucking sound.
I don't have my other soundboard. I'm sorry.
All right, so we'll get started. And I was honest to God waiting for you to not be here because I grabbed this one as a fucking gag, and I'm like, he's not here. We can talk about him.
Which one?
This one right here.
What does that have to do with me?
Am I the asshole?
It was just to fuck with you. I'm like, we're free.
We're free.
We're free.
It's crazy you say that. You're like, oh, we're free. You're
What's
free.
up,
He's
Neuro?
not here. Lyrics too controlling. Lyrics the reason your content exists.
Yeah, no shit.
Shut your
Do you hear that, everyone? So, this one.
Lyrics the reason your content isn't fucking taken over.
All right. So, 41 minutes ago by Witchy Wasian.
Oh, this is fresh.
I did not
actually-
choose this that username. I would like to say I just read what comes on. All right, am I the asshole for considering unadding my gaming duo because he's acting controlling? At first, I thought this guy would be a good duo. He's super skilled, and I reached out to him in a group to play together. The first game was fun, but by the second time we played together, things started feeling off. Now he expects me to duo every time we're both online, and he's online almost every day. If I play solo or with someone else, he sends me messages and gifts that try to make me feel guilty for having my own space. I literally told him I'm in a relationship. So I don't know why he's acting like we're in some kind of permanent partnership in a fucking video game. On top of that, he tries to text me every single day outside of the game, which makes me feel like he's constantly monitoring my time. I liked playing with him at first, but all this pressure and controlling behavior have made it stressful. I'm seriously considering unadding him just to reclaim my own space and sanity. Am I the asshole for wanting to step back and basically ghost this guy?
Todd, I want you to read that again.
No.
Maybe you'll learn something.
No. I will continue to monitor where you go. Actually, just install Life 360 right now for me. We should probably just, get this.
This man will be like, I plan on streaming this tonight. You want to join? And I'll be like, nah, I kind of don't want to play that game.
And that's it. That's it. I leave it at that.
No.
I leave it
and
at
then
that.
here's that undertone, like, I'll play this instead, hoping that that's going to drag me in. Like, there is an undertone. This man will be like, I'm playing Arc Raiders. Do you want to play? Sure. Who's our third? What's wrong with duos? What's wrong with solo? Just play the fucking game.
I will never do solo. Let's get that one right. Papa is here. What's up, Jake? How you doing?
Todd is the epitome of if there's space to fill, I'm gonna fill it.
IRL Yandere Gamer BF Lifestyle. Yes, Zom. All right. Who wants to take this one first?
Dude, I'll take this.
No, I'll go first. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Fuck you.
I'm just fucking around. You can go. You go first.
Okay. I'm gonna pull it up on. Can you actually DM me all the ones that you are this one, so I can actually like. Well,
I'll DM.
I mean, I can't. Yeah. Normally I can pull them up. Normally I can read them, but I have this tiny ass screen. Fuck you.
All right, I sent it to you.
Okay, thank you. Now I want to point out.
Do you want to read it and then like one of us goes?
No, I heard you. I heard you read
okay.
Server error. All right, never mind. Whatever.
We're professionals here.
Fuck me, I guess. Now, when it comes to gaming, right? Just a little bit of background about me and Todd. He at one point owned a fake badged Hemi, and that's what started this whole friendship. Okay, that's what he said. And since then, we've been conjoined at the hip when it comes to gaming. Someone made a poor decision in life and made him the godfather of my firstborn child, but there's that.
Mm-hmm.
And Todd and I get into these ruts where it's like neither one of us want to play a game like at all, more so with each other. And then we get in these ruts where it's like, I'm not playing a game at all unless you are involved. And it's a back and forth. And sometimes for lack of a better term, our periods sink and then sometimes don't. And it's really frustrating when trying to create content. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to cut each other off as a duo. I think having a healthy conversation about boundaries is something that could, not necessarily boundaries, but like, I guess boundaries, schedules, and stuff like that. Like, that's a healthy conversation to have. Like, Todd will be like, if you're going to try to talk to me between this time and this time, you got to call the office phone, which is great because every time I call, he somehow knows it's me and says something stupid over the phone. I don't know how he knows it's me. He must have caller ID or something.
I do.
Oh, wild. But like, there's boundaries. It's like, okay, I know Todd isn't into these games, but I also know that he's got shit going on. So I'm not going to ask him to play this game. Maybe ask him to hang out in the Discord. But for the most part, Todd's one of those people that's like, if I'm not playing the game that everybody's playing in Discord, I'm not showing up to Discord. He does it very seldomly, but he does it. But I don't think unadding him. I think unadding him is kind of an asshole move. I feel like you should have a conversation before you try to unadd him. Yeah. Like he said that he's in a relationship and it's not like they're. He literally told, like he says, I literally told him I'm in a relationship. But like, was that the extent of a conversation? Like, I'm in a relationship. Okay, I'm married. I have a kid. But you'll see me in Discord for fucking 4 or 5 hours on a fucking Friday night playing with homies. I'm not neglecting either of them. I mean, my wife's in the Discord with me, so getting time with her. I get time with her outside of the Discord. Obviously, we have a kid, another one on the way, so obviously I'm not neglecting her. And my child's not neglected. She has everything she needs. She's 4 years old and independent. So I just think having a healthy conversation with his duo is something that just needs to be had other than I'm in a relationship, leave me alone.
Yeah, we'll say.
Maybe just get Loslin.
Sounds like you're on the like not the asshole side for wanting boundaries, but the asshole like if they just flat out just ghost, no conversation, no boundary set, you know.
Yeah, if you
However
ghost,
they do it, you know. I think this is a will I be the asshole if I, you know,
but it's
post
also one of those
under
things,
am
like,
I the
an
asshole?
internet friend. It's not like you know him in real life. Yes, Miss Ella. That is good to know. I will be up there in a minute. Um, it's one of those things where it's like it's an internet friend though. So like, say you and I started playing games. Ignore how we became friends. Let's just say you and I just met in a fucking public lobby and
Sure.
we were having fun together.
Sure.
We played games every now and then just we didn't play games with each other for like the next like ever. Never talked.
Yeah.
It
Happens.
wouldn't be such a bad thing, you know, like, hey man, you down to play this today? Nah, I got other shit going on. All right, cool. It sounds like the other party doesn't have like the decency to be like, all right, cool. But like,
Yeah.
if we ended up like one day after a couple months not playing with each other, it wouldn't be such a big deal because like we're just internet friends, just two dudes that happen to play the same game.
Sure.
I would assume the same skill level. Let's say they're playing ranked in whatever game, like they go well together. But like once they stop, it's not the end all be all. Like it is what it is. I would say now, like for you and I specifically, if that were to happen, I'd have some serious fucking questions. I would assume that you're dead, to be honest. But for a relationship like this, where they're at in their online gamer relationship, it wouldn't be such a terrible thing if he ghosted him, but it'd have to be like more along the lines of a natural ghost, not like a you're a fucking annoying piece of shit and I'm too much of a bitch to set boundaries.
All right. Wow, what do you think?
That's all I got.
I mean, in my experience with gaming in like a competitive first-person shooter games, I'm a woman, and so important to note, by the way.
Everyone, jot that down.
Everybody, write that down.
Write
if
it
you
down.
didn't know, now
Write
you
it
know.
down.
You're welcome. I get a lot of people adding me like specifically on like Valorant. It's always a man, and it's always after they've insulted me, which is crazy, and which is insane. And you know, people always like, "Oh, do you want a duo? Do you want a duo?" And I don't really duo with anyone outside of like my current duo. Like I've played a few games with like a few people and they've been very normal about it, which is cool. Like they'll message like, "Hey, do you want to duo?" I'm like, "I can't. I'm actually waiting on mine right now." And they go, "Cool, no problem." But I have had the instance where someone's like, "Oh, you're duoing with somebody without me? That's crazy." And I'm like, "I don't know you.
Yeah, like
This is
I don't
like
belong.
a very like they're like, "Oh, like why would you do that? That's so, you know, I thought we were a duo." And it's like, so we played like 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to like remove them just because they were being very weird about it. I think voicing an opinion about, "Hey, like I'm in a relationship. I also sometimes just don't always want to play." If they've indicated that they are, you know, interested in you in that way is important because I mean, we don't know the context of how like them mentioning that they were in a relationship. We don't know the context behind that. Like if they were being hit on or they were being made like advances towards, then I think it's important that, you know, if you value your relationship, which you should, important to note that you set that boundary, and if they refuse to acknowledge it, then that's a different issue outside of this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm gonna use a phrase to kind of like tag in there and say, is it someone Trojan horsing, right? Like,
Right.
Are you actually looking for a duo, or would you go like girl, gamer, girl, and like, and then
Right.
you just like, I will say it does not surprise me at all that they insult you first and then add you, because it's one of those things of like, I don't even know how to phrase it. They don't know how to act, so they're just being stupid. Like they like damn near like the kid version of like, well, if they mess with you on the fucking playground, it means they like you. Like,
Right.
and it's Valorant, albeit awful game.
It's not that bad. Better with friends.
Yep. So, but yeah, but yeah, like the whole Trojan horsing. And definitely, like a woman's perspective is, I mean, let's just be honest. You know, the internet is unfortunately very, very, very predatory. What was the one we were talking about Meaty Marley earlier? I don't know if it was actually in one of his videos, but like a girl spoke in an R6 game, and all you heard was like the deepest inhale you've ever heard. And like, that's not how you act. I think that it wasn't Marley. It was another group. It was like the Fitz group. And
Which, like-
talks. Go on.
Which, like, now I will say, I think it's more of like a meme for it to be like, there's a woman gaming.
Get her,
so
get her,
it's
get
more
her.
of like this, like, yeah, this like joke kind of thing, which is totally fine, and it's like really funny if you're like obviously joking, but some people aren't, and that line is very thin. So I think, I don't think this person is inherently wrong for being like, hey, like, I feel like you're not respecting the boundary that I have of I'm not necessarily looking to duo right now.
Mhm.
Maybe another time. I have other people I play with. This, that, blah,
Welcome,
blah,
lady.
blah. Like, I'm in a relationship, whatever it may be. I don't think this person is necessarily an asshole for, setting this boundary after many times of somebody saying, like, hey, no, thank you. And if they're being pushy about it, then that's where it crosses the threshold of it being weird. You know what I mean? Or, like,
Exactly.
uncomfortable, I would say.
And, there's just a few things that I feel are prevalent here, right? So actually, I'll address one thing before going into kind of a spiel. We don't have any ages. We don't have genders listed. Most Am I the Asshole forums have some kind of like, I am 17, my duo, am 18, whatever the case may be. We don't know the dynamics there. I've kind of made the pronoun he's has been thrown in there. So we're going to assume, of course, other guy's a guy. And I'll just assume that this guy, also guy. I've met a few people like this. And it's one of those things where you got to almost like flip a coin in your head. Do you feel bad for them? Because they don't know how to act. And this is where, this is the battle of like how much empathy or how big of an olive branch do I extend to this person? Right. I do think a
Right.
conversation should be had of exactly what Lyric was saying of like, hey, we're not married. This is, we're a gaming duo. You're a good player. We play well together. I can't be constantly harassed, or I am allowed to play other games. But that doesn't mean I don't enjoy playing with you. Something like that, kind of like a compliment sandwich forum of like, compliment them, insult them, compliment them. Because we truly don't know this. We don't know either of these people. We don't know the headspace that the other person's in. Is like, it could be legitimately the only way that they socialize, the only way that they interact with the public. They just flat out don't know how to act. And of course, that is, as a person on planet Earth's job, that's not your job to then go and like be this person's father or mother, but to be a good member of your community, or to be, I don't know, for me to kind of sleep a little bit more soundly at night, throw them a bone and just say like, hey, I enjoy playing with you, but we need to have boundaries. We need to have this, kind of line in the sand of what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. Because there are people that have no other activities on a day-to-day that aren't gaming. Gaming is the only thing. If this behavior almost shows in sports, but it gets the kibosh gets put on it right away, because usually there's a coach to diffuse, or you get some of this like energy out. A lot of, I'll say, of youngins are just balls of anxiety because they go home and they're just on their phone all day, or they're gaming all day every day, and they just flat out like, it's no energy or time at all for them to fucking stalk where you are, stalk when you're playing, check your Steam status, check your PlayStation status, whatever it may be, because they're not doing anything. So yeah, I will say, not the asshole for considering this, but the asshole if they follow through with it. I think throw them that conversation. However they respond is how you respond. Thoughts from either of you?
I mean, it depends, right? If you have the conversation with them of being like, hey, I really feel like you're not understanding my boundary with this. And they have that conversation and
Yeah.
they're still not respecting it. And then they, like, I would say, quote unquote, ghost this person,
That's fine.
I don't think they're the asshole then.
I agree.
Just because they've already set that boundary. But I mean, I don't think they're the asshole for considering unadding it.
Mm-mm.
Because I mean, unless they've duoed like all the time.
Yeah, which it doesn't
Then
sound to be the
maybe.
case.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely think not the asshole for thinking about it. The asshole if they just go through with it. I do think a conversation has to be had. And then however other person responds is how you play off of it. You know, if they immediately get defensive or, you know, like maybe you are their friend, right? You're their only friend. And you're now stumbling across like kind of a sadder situation. Or they're a controlling prick. And as soon as you're like, hey, back up, you know, then that rears its ugly head. However it happens, that's how you play it. But I think not the asshole for considering would be the asshole if they just did it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
My friend messaged me and said, I don't think you're the asshole. So he's saying I'm not the asshole.
I actually put on my snap live reading of I'm the asshole. Like that's it. That's all it is. So like someone was like, yeah, you are. And I'm like, nah, it's just me. It's just me. I'm the asshole. Let's see. This one's really fucking long. Let's see. There's a few of them that were. There we go. We'll tag this one in. Because some of those other ones are long, and I feel like I still need a warm up. Here, I'll read chat real quick. I fucking love that stick because that's me. I try to have empathy for people, but then they do XYZ. Now it's like, you are exactly why people don't play this game. As their stereotype to come to life. Yeah, exactly. You know, give everyone the benefit of the doubt, but of course, keep your wits about you. Right? That's just how you should kind of go on pursuing. You know, if there was a book of like how to perfectly socially behave, that would be, everyone would read it, not digest it, ignore it anyway. But even then, you know, everyone's different, right? I try to give a shit for people who knows, maybe they simply aren't as lucky as me, but dear God, then they truly are that no-lifer, basement-dwelling, weird Reddit mod gooner. Don't call me out like that, dog. Mind you, I constantly say I don't have a life outside of work. Family and game refuse to care about socializing. Cash already knows this, but I do the no lifestyle differently. Yeah. You know, you don't need to devolve, right? No one's dogging gaming, but no one needs to turn into, you know, like for you, I'm going to continue to yell at you, Zom, because you're a beautiful looking man and you should be out there. You should be out there exploring the world because you're also young. You probably have knees that bend because I'm struggling to have those. You are indeed the asshole. Thank you, Monkey.
Cash's next surgery is getting his knees done.
That's right. Knees done. What else would I do? Yeah, we'll just keep it that. I don't want to bring anything. I don't want to bring the thunder of anything else. A lot of these topics are hard hitting that we have today, so I'm happy to swap out to go quickly read and grab lighter ones because there's a couple rough ones we have in there. This one's okay. 7 days ago by banana_toffee. Good name. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend after he made a very inappropriate comment to my sister? We're just going to put not the asshole right off the rip, right?
I was going to say off rip.
Yeah. Thanks. Come again. I'm going to start by saying I don't think I'm the asshole, but my now ex-boyfriend claims I have been overreacting and exaggerating. I've been dating this guy for 3 years, and I really thought he was the one. Today, he made me quickly change my mind. I have a half-sister, 16. I am 22. We have the same dad and different moms. We don't look much alike. 2 years ago, my dad developed a severe form of leukemia, and he passed away within a couple of months. Needless to say, it was the hardest thing my sister and I had to face in life. My sister took it particularly hard. She used to love going to the gym and working out, and she stopped doing so. She also started eating much more junk food and ended up gaining a lot of weight. Today, my boyfriend and I went to my sister's house as her mom had invited all of us for lunch. We were eating homemade pizza, and my sister ended up asking her mom if she could have another slice. That's when my boyfriend said, "Are you sure you want another one looking like that?" My sister got up from the table and ran to her room. I was in shock. I wasn't able to tell him anything, nor follow my sister to her room, which I deeply regret. Thankfully, my boyfriend and I don't live together. So before he dropped me off at home, I told him it was over because he can't disrespect my sister like that. Especially because he had been there when my dad died and knew how it made both of us feel. I tried to call my sister and she won't answer. I texted her mom to ask if she's okay. And she said she's okay. She's not mad at me, but she doesn't want to talk to anybody right now. I'm going to go over to her mom's house after she's done with school tomorrow and bring her some flowers. I know I'm not the one who said anything, but I hope she can forgive me for not stepping up. I was in shock, and I hope she understands. Yeah, you want to take this one? What's up, Amber? How you doing?
I personally don't think she's the asshole. I think he made a completely out of pocket comment that didn't need to be said. First of all, her sister is young, and obviously losing a parent is awful. I've never gone through that, but I know people that have, and it is an awful experience that I don't think should be taken lightly. And people cope in different ways, right? Her form of coping is, like a lot of people's, food. And I'm going to be very sensitive around this topic when it comes to the topic of eating when you're grieving and all these things, because obviously that's a big topic in its own. But when you find comfort in the only thing that it can be, whether that's food, working out, whatever it may be, it becomes almost, obsession isn't the word, but it does have that same kind of tendency of where it's like, this is the only thing that is stable and makes sense.
More than habitual.
Especially in a time like this. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why anybody would make a comment like that. That's crazy.
It's ignorant.
It's ignorant. It's an insane comment to make. So I definitely don't think she's the asshole. Clearly, he doesn't care about anybody in her life minus the author, and that just is proven to me via how he interacts with her sister.
This is just bad.
It's just bad.
It's just bad.
Who does that?
These people, they live among us.
Unfortunately. Also, I do think it's very sweet that she, she's like, I tried to call her, she won't answer. I'm gonna go there and bring some flowers. I don't think her sister also is mad at her. I think maybe an initial feeling of disappointment, maybe because she was dating this guy. But I think her sister stepping up and being like, first of all, okay, we're done. That's a crazy thing for you to say.
Yeah.
And then also showing up for her sister and being like, hey, I'm so sorry on behalf of like what he said. I don't agree with anything that he said. She doesn't have to mention that she broke up with him, but I personally would. I'd be like, I want you to know that I value you and love you so much as my sibling that he said that comment to you and I broke up with him. Because no one is... I think if your family dynamic is so close the way that it feels like theirs is, I think it's important that you are valuing your family and keeping people around your family that also value your family.
I think you picked up on a really good variable there, and that is that family dynamic, right? Like they're being invited over to lunch. They are each other's support system, which is really nice. You don't see this too much anymore. I mean, of course, people do cope differently, but yeah. I see death now bring families apart. I'm going to be a little biased, but I work in finance, right? I've been in finance for 9 years. You would not believe the amount of times of like matriarch or patriarch of the family passes. And like that glue, no one tries to reset that glue. And not only, now is there withering relationships of the family tree, now you're dealing with, fights over money, fights over property. And it just didn't seem to be, of course we don't know, but this didn't seem to be a variable there. I imagine everything was amicable and it was done with, the most amount of grace. Yeah, we could continue to. We could talk for another hour about the
I could talk-
sheer audacity of this fuckhead.
I could talk for days, unfortunately, for everybody involved.
Yeah. I mean, this is
Let it
someone
be
that.
known.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Like, let it be known, if anybody is saying these things to your family around you, they're probably saying things about your family without you around that are probably worse, even though this is awful to say.
Mhm.
And I think as I get older, I think it's very important that the quality of a partner is like the most important thing. Screw looks, who cares about that? I mean, obviously we're all super like superficial about like looks sometimes and stuff like that, but I think the quality of partner is a lot more important, because at the end of the day, it's who, if I'm sick, who do I want there helping take care of me? And
Yeah.
if he's saying these things about your sister around you, what is he saying about your sister not around you? What is he
Yeah.
telling his friends about your family when you're not there?
Yeah, I can only imagine that. Like you said, yeah, behind closed doors, it's immensely worse. I would also like to point out, I want to say in this timescape, she's a minor. She's made fun of a
she's
minor
only 16.
for losing their father.
That's loser behavior.
Yeah,
That's loser behavior.
100%. And yeah, what kind of things are being said? What kind of judgmental, harsh things are being said? Behind, not only you say like harsh things about her, but it's behind closed doors to other people. You're more than likely this guy's shit talking a minor, and it's a grieving minor of their parent, right? Like that's it. Just all about this is awful, and I like what you said about the idea of saying, hey, I broke up with that loser. Like, hey, he's gone. Like you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't step up to the plate in the very moment. I was just, kind of in shock. But he's gone. You don't need to worry about him. Because yeah, what you said about being a partner, like truly, partners. You don't see this too much, or at least too frequently, just because everyone already has commitment issues and whatnot. But like,
Real
partner is the best word to use for it. Partner in crime, partner in health and sickness. Partner is partner, right? You are living your life with that person. Your lives are intertangled. So that boyfriend should be uber supportive, of his, we'll say, of his girlfriend's sister. Whatever,
right.
It's whatever to help, continue hosting these lunches that they're getting together for, like, there's so many different avenues that this person could have taken, and just decided to just mock
say
a
the
minor,
most like
grieving
out
minor.
of pocket things ever to a child. You're a child when you're 16.
Yeah, you're still
Everybody when
truly-
you're for real, like when you're 16, you think you're all grown and stuff, because where we're from, like you start driving and everything, you're like, I'm so grown. You are a baby.
You're a
You're
baby.
a child. Just a small baby.
Was you
But,
or me? I was
like-
growing up as fuck at 17, so
Yeah, I mean, hey man, no need to air out your trauma on stream.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay.
no shit, no shit.
But like in the sense of it being like, people are gonna grieve how they want to grieve, and it's not your job to tell somebody how they can grieve or what the outcome of them grieving looks like, unless it's like super detrimental to their health, like they're having like substance abuse issues. Like, who cares? Okay, she's finding comfort in food,
Something.
and maybe that's what her and her dad bonded over, was they used to go get pizza every Friday night or something. You
Mhm.
don't know that
Mhm.
dynamic. Like you don't know what that looks like. And so maybe she's finding comfort and grieving in food because that's something they bonded over. Or maybe just because it's the only thing that she finds comfort in. It's not your responsibility to tell somebody how they can grieve and what that looks like for each person. Keeping in mind, as long as they're not like harming themselves in a way with like substance abuse issues,
Sure.
or like you're worried about their livelihood. That's when you step in, not because somebody gained a little bit of weight because they were eating food out of the comfort of losing a parent. That's not your job. Also, you're also like not a direct family member, regardless
Yeah.
if you've been in the family for how long, what, 3 years. Like
Mhm.
you're not directly associated with her. You're directly associated with her sister. You're dating the child's sister, older sister, right?
Yeah.
And so it's not your responsibility to tell somebody how they.
Sorry, you cut out
Like-
after how they.
Oh, you can't tell somebody how they can or cannot grieve. That's not your responsibility.
And let's take this a step further, because this younger sister, I mean, it's specifically said she used to love going to the gym and working out, and she stopped doing so.
Yeah.
So put yourself in her shoes, right? She's grieving. Those who go to the gym, whether or not you really pay attention to the numbers on a scale, which, by the way, everyone don't pay attention to the numbers on the scale. She's probably already in a position where she knows that, she stopped going to the gym. She probably
Right.
is observant of any changes that have happened to her body. Even without this, say father's still alive. I mean, like 16, your body's morphing, right? It's already, hard enough to keep a clear head on your shoulders while your body's changing in astronomical ways. And so probably aware it may be, something that plagues her own mind as well. I will say, when you stop working out, it is so hard to go work out again. It fucking sucks. It's awful, right? Once you stop that, like, and realize like how much free time you have outside of it and whatnot, but it's one of those things that you can teeter totter all day. I take breaks from it myself. I was forced to take a break from it because of my recent surgery, and like I was miserable the whole time. I'm like, now my B cups are an A cup, because I can't be working out chests. I say that as a
Right,
joke, of
right.
course.
Right.
And so like you just potentially put another voice, in her head of what is potentially her own inner monologue, telling her like, I should go work out again, whether it be the body, that's a separate thing altogether. But like, I should go work out again, or, if she played a sport or something like that, if she was just all about, hiking, whatever it may be,
Right.
losing that extracurricular output that you love, especially out of grief, it is so hard to revisit it post grief. And so, yeah.
I also, another thing, why are you commenting on a minor's body?
All of it.
Mad
All of it.
weird.
Mad weird.
That's weird.
Like how much is this person staring at,
Yeah. That's a minor, by the way.
Yeah,
Weirdo.
exactly. So
You're a weirdo and a loser.
weirdo and a loser. You're a loser. Here, I'll so we're gonna definitely put not the asshole, and
No.
I feel it almost sad that this person felt the need to post this, because
Although she did say, I'm going to start by saying, I don't think I'm the
yeah.
asshole. So she's like, yeah, I know I'm in the right. I just need validation for it. Which, girl, you're right.
Here, I'm gonna read Zom real
I hope
quick.
you and your sister go get some lovely pizza together.
Some
and
fucking Zon ice cream.
yeah, hell yeah.
Zom said, "Oh, you're right though. Wait, hold on. The worst is when the family has always had parties and gatherings at the grandparents' house, but then the grandparents pass and no one tries to set up weekly extended family get together." Exactly. A lot of people are really proud of their cultures, but forget like what make their cultures special or unique, and that's your Sunday night dinners or whatever have you. But you're spending your Sunday reading people be assholes, right? I heard about it. What do you think about what if a lot of times he's long since passed out 7? Yeah. If she, someone who enjoyed the gym, being active, doesn't do what she loved, then one of her favorite pastimes is gone. Exactly. You actually, so funny enough, we spoke about that whole gaming thing earlier. That's another huge one. I see a lot of. I used to game with my father, fish with my father, whatever activity, Men, we're particularly simple. You teach us how to fish, we spend the rest of our lives wanting to fish. You know what I mean? Like gaming, fishing, working out, whatever it may be. You've lost the pastime love. And to recuperate that is an immense amount of effort. All right, so this is deleted. Hold on, I don't know why it was deleted.
This
Maybe
was deleted.
yeah, it says deleted. Oh, it's the author is deleted, so maybe that's just a fun play on words. All right, I grabbed this one solely because of the title. Anytime, it could be rage bait, and that's why they did it. So we'll put.
Oh, it's an update at the top.
Oh.
It says update. I can't do it no more.
That
I can't do it no
fucking
more.
feline.
They're like ripping their hair out about it.
All right, well then that's my bad. I'll oh, holy shit, this one's so long. Okay, I maybe. Did we do this one? This one feels rough. This one feels too rough.
That one may be a little too rough, but
Oh.
I just reading the title. No,
Yeah. There's a few of these we could.
reading the title, absolutely not.
God damn, this one is.
This one's long.
This one's a simple one. I don't want to be friends with any of my fucking with any other parents at my daughter's school. Why is this an
Yeah,
MLA?
that tracks.
in
Yeah,
this
that definitely tracks.
in this essay, I will. All right, we'll do one long. We'll do this one as a long one because I think this one's hilarious. Just off of
Which
that,
ones did you already do?
for
Sorry,
break,
I'm staying with family. You know, they like to eat together, so you know,
no worries. No
I don't
worries.
get
The breaking up with boyfriend after made insensitive or inappropriate comment to sister. Of course, gaming duo, and we just wrapped up on that second one. So
What, does this say strangled or strange?
yeah, it says strangled for sure. Fortunately,
Okay.
here I'll read some of the comments and we'll start on one long one. We'll probably wrap up with like a short one or two.
I don't know if any of the ones I sent you were short. I'm not gonna lie.
All the ones you sent me are fucking. These are rough.
Are crazy.
These are rough. Am I the
I want you
asshole?
to know
Shot my
that,
dad back in the head. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So when I got on the forum, the oldest one that I sent you. So at the time of me sending them to you, the oldest one was 10 minutes ago from
Yeah.
the time that I sent them to you.
Yeah.
What two of them
Live
were, like,
reaction.
posted less than a minute ago. At the time that I sent them, so it's fairly new.
Zom said, when the grandparents pass, then everyone doesn't socialize with their cousins, half siblings, uncles, aunts, in-laws. Yeah, that fucking sucks. Absolutely, it does. I mean, just imagine any of us, something happens in our life and hurts so much that we stop gaming. Yeah, and it's huge. The way people try to backseat in real life too, felt that kid because. Yeah, because Monkey, I see, my dad kind of does the same exact thing.
I don't
And so,
like to fish. I don't like to touch the worms.
I say he has a husband because it's his fishing tournament partner.
Oh well.
And yeah,
Man,
that
what two bros be doing on fishing trips? Ain't got nothing to do
shoot,
with
two
me.
bros, 6 feet apart.
It's 5 feet apart.
Is it 5 feet?
No,
apart?
it's 6 feet apart.
No, we're
because
making
they
it
don't want
6
COVID.
now. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
but-
Social distancing.
Right.
All right. So, 2 hours ago by Seasonal Bellissi. Am I the asshole for not wanting to befriend any of the parents at my daughter's school? I'm a parent of an 8-year-old girl, Sonia. We joined our primary school about a year ago and are still relatively new to the parent community. For context, we actually moved Sonia from a private school to the state school because we didn't want her growing up in a complete bubble. Her previous school environment was extremely affluent and insulated. We wanted her to experience a more diverse and grounded environment instead. Over the past few months, there have already been tension involving a single mom, Rita, and her daughter. Early on, I tried to be friendly because our daughters seemed to get along, but several things quickly started to feel uncomfortable. She repeatedly ignored boundaries around my daughter, including giving her sweets after school, even after I asked her not to. She also pushed playdates constantly and sometimes in a way that felt intrusive. For example, she once tried to take my daughter out for pizza after school on my husband's birthday, even though she already knew we had a family dinner planned that evening. When I declined, she kept pressing the issue. Another time, she accused me of harming my daughter's mental health because a movie playdate didn't happen. The issue was that nothing had actually been confirmed between us as parents. It was just something the kids had casually mentioned. She sent me a long message saying breaking that promise had emotionally hurt her daughter and suggested it was bad parenting. That whole exchange really caught me off guard. There was also issues between our daughters at school that teachers and safeguarding lead ended up addressing. Safeguarding lead ended up addressing. Because of all of that, I tried to keep things polite but distant going forward. Recently, there was a morning recital at school. My husband went ahead to stand near the entrance while I grabbed coffee. When I came back, there really wasn't a defined queue, just parents standing around. Another parent, Carla, who was a close friend of Rita's, suddenly accused us of cutting the line and loudly told us to go to the back. We said there wasn't actually a clear queue and that we had the same right to stand there as everyone else. A brief back and forth started. Another mom, Layla, who I'm not even particularly close with, stepped in and tried to calm things down and de-escalate the situation. Meanwhile, someone I had considered a friend, Tara, was standing nearby. I had known Tara for many years, even before I started this school. Her daughter has attended the school since reception. Tara didn't say anything during the exchange and mostly looked at her phone. What made the situation more uncomfortable is that Rita kept trying to insert herself into the argument even though it had nothing to do with her. She tried several times to involve my husband and it felt like she was trying to fuel the confrontation. At one point, he told her to stay out of it. Tone became pretty unpleasant and I ended up saying something like, "You are all horrible people." In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have said that, but the whole interaction felt unnecessarily aggressive. Eventually, things cooled down, but right after, Tara walked over and started chatting pleasantly with Rita and Carla as if nothing had happened. She didn't check in with us or acknowledge anything. Did you say pause?
No one said pause,
sorry,
but
I heard.
I'm gonna be real with you, dog. I'm gonna be real with you, dog.
Yeah. I don't think we need to read the rest of this.
Yeah, I don't think we need to read the rest of this. I think it's good. I think
Man, fuck Tara.
I
Sorry.
think, and if I may,
Yep,
I think
please.
maybe towards the beginning, initially, she mentioned she would, like, the other one was a single mother. Like, maybe she just felt lonely at first,
Mhm.
and just wanted a friend, a companion. And then she started accusing her of messing with the daughter's mental. Now, like that, now it's getting a little weird. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Everything's fine
Mhm.
until you cross a line, and now it's like, hey, no.
It feels.
No.
I don't even know how to. This is going to be rough for me to phrase, so everyone bear with me. Rita is the single mom, right? Like it definitely feels like hey, I want your daughter so our daughters can play together and I don't have to actually watch them. It feels some kind of like there's some kind of move being made here of like, I don't know how to occupy my own daughter. Give me your daughter.
Right.
I don't know how to properly communicate with other adults, so I'm going to use my daughter as another Trojan horse example. Screams some kind of mental illness. I won't actually say it, so I'm not a huge dick on stream. But there's a few massive red flags coming from Rita here.
No one can know that Todd is actually an asshole in real life.
That's right. I can only judge these people on Reddit. Haha. Again, fuck Tara. Go buy a spine at Walmart. 2, this was kind of difficult to read because they are definitely not. This is not on our home turf. But yeah, just sounds like they're all miserable, but also like, I don't know. A lot of parents are fucking cunts right now. All of them. Like, my child can do no wrong. I can do no wrong. Again, my child can do no wrong. I can't understand basic social interaction. So hyper defensive. Like,
some people just don't develop their social skills as they get older. They just stay the same.
Yeah.
And that is their fault.
Yeah. No, this one just feels like, Rita doesn't have a hobby. Rita resents her own daughter.
Well, like with how like chat is saying, they're like, they're saying it feels manipulative just to not be lonely. Someone said this points out, like they're pointed out that this kind of feels like the gaming duo where someone's lonely, so it feels like an emotional anchor. Like, and they're all right. Like, it feels like, hey, I'm lonely and I'm gonna latch onto you because you're the closest thing I have because our 2 daughters are friends, and now I'm going to make sure that it's almost like an overbearing like mother. It's like a helicopter parent.
Sure.
And you're like, hey, hey, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. It very much so feels like constant interjection. Yeah, it just feels just wrong. And this poor girl, not Sonia, the who's I don't think we know the daughter Rita's name. Like just now, no one knows boundaries now. Great. These 8-year-olds don't know fucking boundaries. She doesn't. They don't know like. Yeah, they don't know it's wrong to be like, hey, let's talk about watching a movie, and then like ask our parents to converse about a movie night or a movie date. Now it's just this like, we mentioned movie, your mom's gonna take a Glock and shoot it through my parents' window. This is all so sorts of extreme.
Yeah.
Kind of like
A horror movie could be written about this.
she's trying to live a life through her daughter. Yeah, by proxy.
Yeah.
You're not required to be. God, why are people?
You keep getting calls. This is quite funny.
This is the most. You have so many friends.
Yeah,
Eric.
yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Rita's calling you. Answer.
Rita.
Rita would get shot in the face.
Rita's getting a Glock into the mouth.
Normalize. Look, your kids are going to school to get an education and learn social skills. Okay, that is their job at school. They're allowed to be friends with who they want to be friends with. They're allowed to say fuck whoever they want to fuck. Fuck off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We as parents need to encourage positive behavior between the children, but that does not mean we as parents need to be friends with each other. If my daughter goes to school and she meets another person and they become friends, I am not required contractually through their friendship to be friends with their parents. They are two separate people. They're also two children, so they're going to befriend anybody that they can just hang out with at such a young age, like 8 years old. So they're just whoever they can hang out with, they're just going to be friends with. That's all it is. Whoever they can play with is like. And most of the time, the friendship stops at the school. Once they leave school, they're kind of doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Very seldom will you see at such an early age them wanting to hang out outside of school. I would say once they start reaching like the 8 to like 12-year-old range is when they start like branching into the, oh, I want to hang out with so and so. I can trust a parent, right?
Uh-huh.
I can trust a parent if there was a sleepover to have my child sleep over at their house, or for that parent to take my child with their children, and if not other children, to do something.
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean I have to befriend that parent. I can trust someone without liking them. At work, I have soldiers that I can trust to do their job. I would not hang out with them outside of work because personally I fucking hate them. But I can trust that they can do their fucking job. Right?
Yep.
So the same thing, I can trust these parents will take care of my child's safety if they were to hang out with my child after work, like their child wanted to hang out with my child outside of school. I'm all for that. But that doesn't mean I have to like that parent as a person. It does not mean me and this parent are not back beers or coming to fucking cookouts or like, having like get-togethers and shit. No, I trust you enough to make sure my child doesn't die.
Right.
But that doesn't mean we have to be friends. Like the child doesn't choose a friendship for us. We're still our own individual person at the end of the day, which is also a lesson that the child should learn. Because your friend is friends with someone does not mean you have to be friends with that person. There's two different dynamics between you and that person and you and your friend. Like that's not a relationship that involves you if you're not keen on it. Your friend can continue with it, but like it doesn't have to be something that you have to be a part of just because you're friends with one of the two people in that group. You know what I mean? Like, there's more to building healthy relationships and boundaries than just, oh, that person's friends with my friend, so I'm going to befriend this person. Not how that works.
I mean, growing up, I mean, around this age too of like being like 8 years old, like I had really close friends that I'm still friends with to this day. I'd go over there all the time. They'd come over to my place, blah, 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 all these things. Like our parents were like, yeah, like she could stay the night. They said whatever the case may be, right? But my mother wasn't necessarily friends with her mother. It was more or less of it being like they were cordial and they were friendly and they would have like small conversations here because their two children are hanging out
hmm
and if there's anything they need to know. But my mom wasn't going out and hanging out with these people outside of the interactions between us two children for like dropping off and picking up. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't, and that's fine. That's kind of, you don't, like you're saying, you don't have to be friends with these people. I have, like, my mom is nice and she's a nice person and she's friendly, but that doesn't mean she's
a nice
friends.
lady.
She's
a nice lady. But that doesn't mean my mom is friends with my friend, who I'm still friends with to this day. Her mother. They're friendly. They're cordial. They'll chit chat for
Yeah,
like
like
a few minutes.
I can be
Yeah.
cordial with a parent.
Yeah.
Like, hey, yeah, thanks for taking care of my child. Or like, this like, oh, I couldn't get off work. Thanks for picking up my child and bringing her home. Like, appreciate it, But like, you and I, no, we're not fucking knocking back beers on the weekend. I'm not inviting you to the fucking
Yep.
party. I'm not inviting you to
Right.
the final race of the F1 season. Like, we can look out for each other and our children for the sake of our children's friendship that they have together.
Mhm.
But that does not mean you and I need to be friends. Like, if we do become friends, we do become friends. That's cool.
Yeah.
But
but
don't
like,
force it.
Yeah, I'm not required to be. It's like work. Like, I don't go to work. Now, granted, in the military, like, that is like the biggest place where like you're always gonna make friends. Like, you can say 1,000 times, I'm here to do a job, not make friends. Like most places, the military is one of those places where you're gonna
Your
make the
brothers
friends.
in arms, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna make those friends anyway. But like, there are just some people that I interact with at work where it's like, I'm literally here to do a job, not make friends. Like, you do run into those people in the military where it's like, holy shit, not befriending your ass.
Right.
But that's beside the point.
So-
You get what I'm saying?
So yeah, this is an easy conclusion. I'm not the asshole. I highlighted this earlier while Wild was talking. This person is absurd. And I did a jerking off motion on camera because they're fucking, again, they're absurd. OP's not the asshole for sure.
No.
These, I don't care if this is alternative, public, private, or holy school. Like, parents need to learn how to fucking act. And I agree. Not everyone is your friend. Your coworker could just stay your coworker. That parent who,
Todd's not my friend.
that's just my manager right there. That's all. And then,
I was gonna say I thought we were brothers. I thought we were fucking family.
I thought you were just, I was doing the bit. You fuck.
You thought we were doing the bit in a different direction.
Yeah, 100%. I was going to double down and be.
The one time we're not.
Here, I'm going to read chat real quick. Monkey, do not call us. I love you.
No, he's gonna call me, not you.
Yeah. I have a coworker like that, and I can respect that. Yeah, there's some people that they refuse to add their coworkers on social media, and I 100% can respect that. Work in a factory, I'm cordial with some operators and other maintenance, but I only actually talk to a handful outside of work. Exactly. There's dynamics.
Yeah.
Kid, I think you and I are on the same page of like
outside of fucking Discord. Not ever.
Kid, I think you and I are on the same page of like, the forcing that vibe, living by proxy, it all, just different synonyms for the same, like, this person is not showing a healthy dynamic.
Yeah, like I 100% would play video games with Wild, but if I ever caught her in public, I would throw hands. I don't like that. I don't like her
You
at all.
don't even recognize who I am.
You so say
outside
on
of the
our
thing.
Insta live stream, you didn't
You're
recognize.
like, who the hell is that?
Oh,
Who's
no,
that?
I knew who you were. The comment was directed towards something. The comment was me being funny, like who was in the background.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I don't believe that, but yeah. Also,
I know.
Lyric, a
No,
question for you
no.
from Kid.
Yes, ask away, Kid Bisquick or Nestquick, whatever your name is.
That's quick.
You be kind to Kid.
I will say I've had to like tell one of my baristas because he moved here from Florida.
That was me
And-
being nice.
And he's like, yeah, I go to work and I go home and that's it. And he like thinks some of his coworkers are like his friends, and like I'm all for everybody being friends with each other, like,
Yeah.
at work, blah, blah, these things. But I'm like, you need to go outside and explore, because
Okay,
New York
let's just-
City, chat, if you don't know, I live in New York City. There's always so much to relax. Oh my god.
Some actual force.
Oh my
behind.
god, relax. Anyway, if there's so much to do
Yeah,
all the
that's
time, and there's
homework.
always like there's events for like singles or like
Mhm,
people like
mhm.
wanting to meet new friends, like there's always something going on in the city, and there's always people to meet. And I think it's important that you are also making friends outside of your job. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like work is like the new school for like adults. Like you don't go to school.
Yeah.
You don't like. Oh, you used to go to school to make friends. Now you go to work to make friends.
Yeah. What was that one like TikTok song that was going
Okay,
on
one
for a while?
pause.
Like,
Pause.
don't.
No, not Space
Yeah.
Force.
I was gonna see how long. you-
Space Force is so funny.
I only have one monitor, so it takes me minutes to bounce around. Fuck you. Okay.
It is like, don't fuck your coworkers.
No, now I'm gonna give them the whole spectrum. I was in the Marine Corps for 8 years, and I just switched to active duty Army. So I was Marine Corps 8 years. Now I'm going on 5 for the Army. So I've been in for a while.
I didn't even know you were allowed to switch branches like that.
You gotta let your contract term.
Well, not necessarily. You can sign what is a DD-368, which is a conditional release form, which is basically a conditional release. Is like you can be released from this branch on the condition of. So like I can be released from the Marine Corps to the Army on the condition of that I finish my 3 years left I have for the Marine Corps in the Army, but add another year since we gotta retrain you, blah blah blah. If such, and whatnot. So it's just you can switch branches. It's easier to switch when your contract ends because it was bullshit. It's just a matter of
Right.
going to the next recruiter, but you can switch
Right.
like mid contract if you want
I
to.
just didn't know that was allowed. Like, and that's gonna sound stupid of me to say,
Nah.
but like I'm also like super like military complex, blah 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 blah. Not getting into
It's not that it's not allowed.
but-
It's just very seldom to find people switching branches because it's like people are so dead set in what they want to do, and like the Marine Corps is one of those things where it's like we're so gung ho about being fucking Marines, but goddamn, it's the last thing we want to do on this earth is
like
be a
hoorah
be-
or whatever.
yeah.
You know.
you don't want to be a fucking. So like you get one good contract in for 4 years, and you're like, dude, I love the Marine Corps. But Jesus fucking Christ, I would rather go fucking do dumb shit in the Army. And that's kind of where I'm at. After 8 years, I was like, you know what?
I would say you did the Marine Corps twice.
Some would say I almost did it 3 times.
Yeah. I guess like it's not something you like actively think about if you like hate the military. In a way,
It's not something that really comes up though, because like most people ask, "Oh, what do you do?" Is like, "Oh, I'm in the Army. I've been in the military for the last 12 years," and they'll be like, "Oh, cool." Like I don't feel the need to break it down. Only certain scenarios does it make sense to break it down. Like if I'm talking to other people, it's like, "Oh yeah, I've been in 12 years." Like, "Oh, it says here you've only been in the Army for 4. So how you been in for 12 years?" Well, you see, I did 8 years over the Marine Corps, or if you look at my profile on social media, you'll see like me in the Army and the Marine Corps is like, what's up with that? Oh, 8 years here, 4 years there. It really depends on the conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But 12 years in total, like, I'll be honest with you, it's the same experience all the way around. It really just, it's more or less the same experience all the way around, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it is interesting because I don't know, like this brings up another thing. Like for me, like this has nothing to do with stream or anything like that, but it was like just like something you don't actively think about. Where like in my eyes, like I realize I'm biracial because I'm Hispanic and white, but when you hear biracial, you automatically assume black and white. Because I guess that's like the more commonly talked about thing. And I was like, huh. And I realized that like a few years ago, which again makes me sound really stupid, but I guess I just never thought about the context of me being biracial. I was like, yeah, I'm just Hispanic and white. It's like one of those things you don't actively think about.
Yeah, the label.
Yeah, the label of it all. I just
Mhm.
or like the context of I can just switch branches after my contract is over because I like the military, but I want to do something different other than this branch. There's something that this branch offers me that I can't do in this one or whatever. I don't know how the military works.
There is more
component of
room for growth in the Army than there is the Marine Corps, but that's also because the Army like has a million motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And the Marine Corps has, like, so I did the math. The Marine Corps in total between active duty and reserves has less people in it in total than Fort Bliss, the base that I just left, that I'm no longer stationed at. That base alone in the Army houses more soldiers than the Marine Corps has in its entirety of all, in its entirety. One section of the Army, one base of the million bases that the Army has more people stationed on it than the Marine Corps has in total stationed across the entire world.
Oh. Yeah, that's too much. It's too much.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Of...
Kid. You said you have you finished with these last 8 years, so like you have 8 years. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is coming from a dude who also the same mindset as you. He's like, I can't wait to be done. The best decision I ever made was continuing my career when I hit the 8-year mark, because I'm 2 years away from 10 and then 20. Like, it sounds like a long ways away, but I know it's, the common cliche, the whole, oh, you're already halfway there, might as well finish. It sounds stupid. I'm telling you right now, the best thing you can do is, as much as it's going to suck, you're already halfway there. Just fucking do it. Just finish the 10. Just do the 20, dude. Trust me.
Just go for it.
Trust me.
Just go for it.
This is coming from a dude that said, nah, I'm done with this after 8 years. Like, the best decision I made was going back in and saying, yeah, I'm going to do 20.
Yeah, my best friend is always on the fence of doing 20 in the Navy or not. He's always like, I think I'm done. And then I'll talk to him again in like a month. And he's like, yeah. Well, he's not on a boat anymore, thank God. He's like, I'm never doing a boat ever again. Yeah, my friend in the Navy, he was stationed in Japan for like 4 years on the boat. He's like, I'm never doing the boat ever again. He's like, I need to get off the boat. He's like, if I don't get off the boat, I'm gonna lose. He's like, I can't do the boat anymore.
Gotta get off the boat.
He's like, please don't put me on a boat. I can't do it. But he signed on for like another.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
Well, like he knew, but he knew what he was getting into. Like, he's not stupid. But he does nuclear stuff in the Navy, so
that's big. That's money.
Yeah.
Not in the Navy, it's not.
No, but as soon as you get out, though.
Yeah, as
soon as you get out, go to a fucking.
Which that was his original plan, was to like do his 4 and
go
then
to a nuke plant. Yeah, you're fucking raking it.
He's like, now he's like, I don't know, like I kind of just think it might be more beneficial for me to do it because I get my sign-on bonuses, and so I'm like, okay. Whatever you say, bud.
Think about it this way. Your buddy's in the Navy as like a nuclear physicist or whatever it is he does, right? If he does 20 years, he gets a full government pension, right? Of retirement. He's still barely 40 years old and still has another 20 years, 25 years he could work in the actual workforce before he hits retirement. You know how much money he could rake in being a nuclear person working in the private sector?
Your pension would be so much bigger if you just left. Civvy pensions are infinitely bigger than military pensions, especially for nuke plant.
But are you compounding? But you're compounding too. So I'm telling you,
shoot, you compound harder in the market, pal.
Either way,
you got to think about it, but you have to. You're looking at it from someone who literally has only been in the fucking private sector. I've been in both.
Yeah.
Having that backup.
You haven't had a pension though. That's what I mean. Like a fucking a nuke plant pension.
I understand that. I understand that though. But what you're not understanding is that I know what both pensions can do, right? I've seen both of them. I know the math between the two, right? Because there's very little information out there about your, government retirement military pension. Like it's never very clear. It's like one of those things like you kind of have to be a part of it to figure it out. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't even make sense to us how it works. But if I get in at 18 years old, we'll just make even numbers. I get in at 20 years old, 20 years, right? I'm 40 with a pension. Never have to work again in my life if I really didn't want to. On top of, let's say I get disability. Let's say I get 100%. Perfect world scenario. I do 20 years, I get 100% disability. I could never work a day in my life, and I would be living better than you are currently in your current situation right now. I'd be living better than you, never having to work.
You said 100% disability?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well then.
Right.
Yeah. Because property taxes and whatnot for my state.
Yeah. So I'm 100% disability with 20 years at 40 years old. You're still going to work at 40 years old, and I'm living better than you, doing absolutely nothing all day. Okay. But now I have these nuclear, certifications. Yeah, the private sector, pension is better, than what have you than the government. Cool. That's fine and dandy.
Okay.
But if I don't want to work after 20 years, I don't have to for the rest of my life. And I'm 40 years old, going on vacations weekly across the world. Meanwhile, Todd is answering his phone. Yeah, no, I can't approve your loan, guy. At 40 years old.
Well, a part of your insinuation is also based upon the 100% disability, which I mean, like, how many new guys are getting 100% disability?
A lot of them. Probably a lot of them. Do you know why? Cancer.
They're not.
Yeah.
No. Do you know how many safeguards are in place? It's not just like, it's not Chernobyl. Like, hey, fucking put your bibs on, pal. You're looking at the reactor in the eye.
Hey, you don't know what it's like out there, man.
That's
It
what.
could be Chernobyl
So,
in
so I am speaking from like this. This is exactly the route my uncle. This is exactly the route my uncle did. He had a job before like his contract was even up in civvy life. I was able to kind of give me about a few details on it. But I digress. We're gonna get back to this. We've been talking to military for a minute. Also,
Dude,
this
I really wanted you to do the one where it was. Oh fuck! Let me go to Discord. What was it?
yeah, resend it.
I really wanted you to do.
It was the strangler or was it the cat?
I never sent you one about strangling.
You sent me the one about the strangler.
No, I
Hash
didn't.
Slinging slasher.
Hashtag slasher.
I'd send you one about the cat.
Was it the cat? That cat one is long. You want me to do the cat one?
No, I didn't want you to do the cat one. I wanted you to do not wanting to go into work for my last 2 days of work.
Is that the Spanish one? I don't have that one.
No. Literally, am I the asshole for not wanting to go into work my last 2 days of work? It seems long,
this
but
one. Okay, sorry. You sent it in two
yeah.
different sections. So I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't catch that. My bad.
It seems long, but it's
I
a
was
lot
like,
of
if this is
fucking-
a Spanish one, you're an asshole.
I'll take that. No, I wanted it. Do you need me to send it to you again?
No, I found it. Here, we'll do this really short one because I think it's stupid and it reads stupid and I just want to. I'll just bang this one out as like a throwaway on. 9 hours ago, posted by No Dragon Fruit 3132. There's a lot of malice there. Am I the asshole? Question mark. Probably.
Yes.
I don't know. Sorry, this is like the only reason why I grabbed this one is just it's stupid.
Like you asked me to look for them only for you to look for your own.
No, I have yours right here. It's teed up right there.
No, I just mean like in general.
Oh no. Me and a shoot, you sent me one in fucking Spanish. I can't fucking do that one.
I'm gonna read.
Me and a close group of friends are traveling to the Caribbean for one of their birthdays. There's 5 of us traveling, and the Airbnb has 5 beds, 2 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, and cost us about $750 each. Birthday girl informed us that she wanted to bring her mom and grandma on the trip, and he'd be staying with us. Am I wrong for thinking that we should now split the B&B between 7? Or do they not count because they're family? I don't mean to come off bougie, but I'm too old to be sharing beds on vacation. We could have just found a bigger place. The whole situation is annoying, but hey, maybe I'm the asshole.
Bro, congrats on spelling bougie correctly.
Yeah, that
Thank
was,
you.
yeah. That's
Thank God.
solid.
Someone listened to Bad and Bougie by the Migos. 2, it depends on where the grandparents and the grandmother and the mother stay, okay?
They're staying with
When
them.
No shit. Duh.
If they're under the same roof, I don't think that has anything to do. If they're staying there, I don't care if it's a couch. I don't care if it's a fucking bed. There's more warm bodies in that house than I expected. I'm splitting it with them.
So here's my thing, right?
Sure,
Let's say Todd and I go get a 2-bedroom apartment, right? The rent is $1,000 a month. We split
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
500,
This economy?
500, right? Todd gets a girlfriend that now lives with us. Are we splitting the rent 3 ways? Or are we splitting it 2 ways and Todd gets a fucking...
You introduced a
special-
situation that has far more variables than the situation at hand.
No.
Yes,
no,
yes, you did. Yes, you did. You have presented an inequitable situation. Try again.
You have to let me fucking finish.
No, this is just wrong. This is just a bad comparison.
I don't want to.
This is just wrong. No. This they're going on a fucking vacation. They added warm bodies. Stop it with this elongating. No.
Okay, no. The group of friends, there's 5 of us. So they got an Airbnb.
Yes.
5 bedrooms, right? So they're
Yeah.
each paying $750, right?
Yep.
Because they're each getting a bedroom. The
Mhm.
public space is shared. publicly between them.
Mhm.
So they're essentially paying $750 for their share of the bedroom,
Mhm.
and it's also covering the cost of the public shared space,
Mhm.
the common areas,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So they're essentially paying $750 for the room. The common area is the common area, right? You add 2 other bodies in there. If those bodies stay with the birthday girl in her fucking $750 a month fucking bedroom, fuck splitting the rent. Fuck all that.
No, it's more warm bodies that we have to deal with, and that, of course, increases like if they need to rent another fucking vehicle, if they actually are cooking while they're on this trip. No, you throw in more warm bodies, I am fucking charging them.
They don't need a fucking vehicle.
I don't. The fuck, grandma. She could be upside down, hanging from the attic fucking entrance. I don't care. She's getting fucking charged. This is a vacation. You want to throw in last second shit? Fuck her. Like she wants to show up randomly. No, you just added more warm bodies.
Okay. So if
I'll charge your Siamese twin more fucking for.
Hey, I want to go on a trip with you, and I'm like, hey, last minute, got to bring my daughter because the wife's got
Inequitable comparison.
Your
Inequitable.
daughter's 4 and doesn't have a job.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not like fucking.
She's a dependent person. She obviously can't be alone.
No,
That would
grandma
be
and mom
insane.
have enough fucking brain power to. My boy,
we don't know how
my
old
boy
grandma is.
Dylan,
Grandma could-
my
this
boy
could be
Dylan in
grandma.
chat just put quote "fuck grandma" quote. No, not the asshole. Moving on. We're not staying on this one because this one it's so cut and dry. We're not. It's different if it was you and me, and then like, of course,
Yo.
my fucking goddaughter gets tagged along. These are grown ass women adding themselves
All I'm saying-
onto a young person
all
trip.
I'm saying is,
What if
all
the
I'm
possibility
saying
of grandma making it to the next birthday is very little? Like, you're gonna
All
charge
I'm saying,
grandma.
oh my
Well, then she
God.
doesn't need her retirement money. Fucking throw it at the trip, bitch. Pay for everyone.
All All I'm saying is, this monkey said only 2 ways because she won't be there long if it's Todd's girlfriend.
That's getting pinned. That's
The
getting
last
pinned.
relationship was 2 years, you fuckhead. It was longer than your last one, no? Anyway,
Yeah,
not the asshole.
Yeah,
dog.
monkey's catching strays out here is crazy.
now, Monkey, if you and I were friends in high school, you could totally come after me. I'm okay
He
now.
said, and
Shut up, Ann. Yeah, I'm so content with missing out on retirement.
In high school are now getting married and having children, and you're over here trying to figure out, is this one old enough to date?
I
I
have
sorry, go ahead.
friends
You
in
go.
high school that have 3 children and are married. And I'm younger than you, Todd.
And I
I'm just going straight
I
at
bet
Todd.
they charge they fucking grandma for a trip. All right, next fucking.
don't. They do.
All right,
I could see the mother being charged, but let's
Todd's getting alive by chat. Yeah,
I can agree.
I'm
I
not,
can agree to that.
y'all bringing
Although,
me
yeah,
back.
the grandma, I know.
You know,
I can't- I can't.
I'm cool with in my opinion on that last one, if I may.
Yeah,
while
please,
you
please.
while you 2 old women were bickering with each other.
The floor is yours.
I think, if you want, you could ask mom, hey, do you mind pitching in a little bit? Let's leave grandma out of it though. Grandma's lived a long life. Okay, grandma's paid her dues. You know what I mean?
Grandma's grandma. She's from the boomer era. Do you know how much more that they have than us? Like, you don't know what's in those pensions.
I would never charge my grandmother to stay with me a day in my life. In fact, whenever my grandma inevitably passes, which won't be anytime soon by the grace of God, not that I believe in a God, but I do for that situation, you're going to have to lock me up. I'm going to have to be institutionalized. That woman could do no wrong.
I'm sending this to my grandma right now.
Go ahead and see what your grandma says. Be like, Grandma, would you be pissed if I charged you?
No, here's the thing. If it was a family trip, there's different variables there. If this is Monkey and I are going on a trip and I all of a sudden add Pappy to it, no, that's not the original.
This isn't just a normal trip.
This
where it's
is.
like,
It's a 5-person
No.
birthday trip.
No.
Yes.
Yes, for
Yes.
the birthday girl. So if the birthday girl decides that she wants to bring mom and grandmother along last minute, that's fair game. It's not like it's just like, oh,
This should have been
we're
talked
going-
about way prior. This should not be a last second. She's purposely. This is a martyr. Is what that fucker is. The birthday girl
I think you just
is
hate your
100%. Love my grandma. This birthday girl is 100% waiting until too close of the trip and be like, by the way, I'm bringing my not one but 2 matriarchs.
Maybe
Todd's never good.
maybe
There's
Todd
2
just hates
matriarchs.
women.
Oh my god, I do not have enough deadline minds for that.
There's this birthday girl is 100% throwing this wrench into the gear at last second because she doesn't want to pay more,
My
or
joke
neither
went over
wants.
us.
And no,
My joke went over your head.
I wasn't listening enough for it to. It wasn't even
You
in my
said
head.
bringing 2 matriarchs, and I said 2 matriarchs.
Oh,
Holy
yeah, I don't
shit,
have enough
don't
deadlines for that. That was a good joke. That was a good joke.
I have nothing. I haven't played since the wipe.
Have we considered maybe
Or-
Todd just hates women?
No, yeah.
There we go. There we go. Wild
On International Women's Day.
gets me.
What
Gets
a
me.
shame.
International Women's Day. I have 3 moms. I went to another
Okay.
state today to hide from them. I fucking I went paintballing today. Fuck that noise. Just kidding. Love you, mom.
Right.
Mom, love you, mom.
I hope she calls you and then beats your ass.
I can't wait to clip that out of context. As in right now.
They know I say this joke. I tell them I hide in a nuclear bunker every Mother's
Was
Day.
100% throwing this wrench into the gear at last second because she doesn't want to pay more.
My
or
joke.
neither-
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
Yeah. Anyway,
As I was
we'll go back to mute it. You can go back and find it. We'll
I
wrap
don't
up.
want to. I have time, I guess. You're right.
We'll wrap up on this one. I don't like the name of the person who posted this.
What's the name?
Camel Girl 93, not Horse Girl, but Camel Girl. We'll need to figure out.
I picked it. I wanted you to read it.
It's posted 6 hours ago, again by Camel Girl 93. Am I the asshole for not wanting to go into my last 2 days of work? Did this person
Which
fucking
sound?
post this like double spaced? Sorry. I, 32 female, gave my 2 weeks notice from a job I worked at for around 9 months. March 6th was supposed to be my last day. On Monday, March 2nd, the country I live in basically went into war. You're a fuck for sending this one. I live in, is that,
I didn't read this one. I just read the title. I'm not gonna lie.
is it Beirut? Am I saying that right? Is it French colonized?
Beirut.
Beirut.
Beirut. You pronounce the T. Yeah.
You do pronounce it. Okay. Went to work on Wednesday and was uncomfortable being outside of the area I live in.
I
and
would.
don't you
Suck a
dare.
billion wieners.
You fixed the sound clip, I noticed.
No,
You just cut it off.
I don't have the full thing in Discord. I have the full thing on the
Oh,
GoXLR.
okay.
Because Discord only allows you to do 5
Anyway,
seconds.
back to the reading, you little fuck.
Your chat requested it.
And whatever.
Yeah, come on.
Whatever.
Look at you not paying attention to chat.
She's gonna pull you.
Bad
Hold on,
streamer.
she's gonna pull you by the ear into the woodshed next time she sees you. Bring it on. Anyway, I was uncomfortable being outside of the area I live in, and being close to areas that were previously hit in 2024. Just to add, I work in sales, and no one even came in that day to buy anything. I decided that I wouldn't be coming in for my last 2 days because there's literally a war outside. Texted my manager, female, 44. She basically dragged me, telling me I had to come in to do the inventory. When I reiterated that there was a war outside and it's out of my comfort zone, she sent me the following message, basically trying to twist my arm. We will start inventory at 10 a.m. Your presence is a must in this considering you have been part of the showroom operation, that you resigned, and it will be our last day. We do as much as possible from the usual missing items investigations, and you leave by 1400. This part of your commitment not only to the operation, but to me as well. I didn't immediately respond to her, as I was trying to find the words to explain once again how uncomfortable I am with the fact that there's a war literally happening. She sent me the following message. Disappointed is not even enough to describe how I'm feeling at the moment. And I feel you haven't respected the months we had together. I'm going to emphasize months. And it's definitely not about the inventory. So I myself for not wanting to go into work to do an inventory during a war when I've already given my 2 weeks.
All right, I'm going to take this one because I literally just got off giving my 2 weeks. Kind of why I picked this one.
Oh.
Go nuts.
No, normalize not expecting much out of your employees. They give you your 2 week notice. Okay? Because, like, look at it this way. Either you've done something that makes them not want to be there, so they've seeked employment elsewhere, or they've been given a better opportunity. No matter how good you've done as an employee, they have been given a better opportunity to do other things. There comes a point in time when during that 2 weeks where it needs to be them coming to work and doing their job, and them transitioning out of that environment, right? Like there's paperwork, there's shit that needs to be done on not only
Mhm.
your end as an employer to drop this person because they can't just fucking leave. No one can. And there's shit that needs to be done on the other end on their new job, right? So you have to be comfortable with the give and take, right? Like, okay, he's given us 2 weeks. He's come in for the last 7-8 days, right? He's done his job. Let's start transitioning him out. Let's start doing the paperwork to make sure he gets his last paycheck, make sure he gets off payroll, make sure he turns in badges, tools, whatever, et cetera, whatever it may be that the company provided him that the company needs back, right? Like you can't work them until the very last day and then go, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna need you to come in tomorrow or stay late in order to finish this shit to out process you from this job. Fuck you. Fuck you. That is probably why one, if that's the kind of employer you are, probably why this person put in their 2 weeks notice because they found a more decent employer than you guys if that's the kind of route you're running. But there comes a point within that 2 weeks when you as an employer need to be like, all right, it's time to start transitioning this person out and not swamp them because they have affairs that need to be, they need to be put in order. Now I can argue that there's less affairs that need to be in order, in a civilian job as opposed to the military where I have to move across the country every time I quote unquote change jobs, but still like there comes a point in time when towards the end of their tenure there, like you have to give them the ability to process out. You can't work them to the last fucking day.
Mm-hmm. There's an exit interview in the civvy life. Like there's things to be done.
Yeah. Because I've held a civilian job before, like there, like you said, the exit interview, there's paperwork, some places require NDAs. Like when I worked at a car dealership, they're like, hey, sign this NDA, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I am just a technician here. Like I just rebuild transmissions, engines, take apart shit, put shit back together on these cars. What NDA do I need to sign? Oh, about how we sell cars and how we do. Like I didn't pay attention to any of that shit, but okay. You know what I'm saying? Like you are correct. There's shit that needs to be done when leaving a job, regardless of how high, how low you are, how prestigious or how gritty the job is. There's shit to be done as you leave. Stop being a piece of shit employer and let that shit happen. Do not expect them to come in at 10 a.m. on their last day to do an inventory, then to hold them until fucking midnight to sign some fucking papers and do an interview about how you're a piece of shit employer. That's it.
Wild. Any words?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think if you've really had a bad experience at a job and you put in your 2 weeks, like even if you put in your 2 weeks, you're not technically obligated to do so. I've had this happen a few times at my job where people put their 2 weeks in and then they just call out repeatedly, and it's like, okay, like I just half expect it to happen at this point because in my mind, you put your 2 weeks in, you're already checked out, and you've probably been checked out for a while.
Mhm.
So like it happens. You know what I mean? You're not an asshole. I think if you've really had such a bad experience, especially with something like this, I think you're totally just be like, okay, why the fuck would I want to work for you like this? Why would I want?
Yeah.
Like, why would
Yeah.
I want to go in after this entire interaction?
It doesn't sound like the overall employment there was terrible.
Right.
I feel like it sounds like it's just this specific instance with this employer's like, hey, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. However, I understand you want me to come in. There's a war going on, and I'm literally trying to leave this job. I'm not risking my life for a job that I'm trying to leave. Like, I feel like it doesn't seem like the employment there was terrible up to this point when now it's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll throw
But
in.
I get what you're saying.
I'll throw in one.
You've had one job your entire life. Shut up.
From my I've
You've
had a lot
ever-
of jobs. Thank you. I've stayed. My career
Only
has
ever-
had one career, but no, I've had a lot
Sounds
of
like
jobs.
You have an unstable job. That's crazy.
I will say, Dylan, for example, or Dylan put in the Insta chat, a job is a job. They don't own your soul. Your soul can fire you without notice. Or your job can fire you without notice. Yeah, exactly. And I will put in, particularly in my field, is really common for you to get walked out within your 2 weeks. As this happens specifically to a lot of loan officers, a lot of financial advisors. Why? because that book of business can absolutely be poached, right? It's not supposed to be. There's regulations in place and whatnot. But I've even witnessed my own branch manager get walked out at one point because he accepted a branch manager position at a different competitor bank. The 2 weeks is convenience. The reason why, and this is more of a factor that's pro for the company, not pro for you. You have a job. Let's remind everyone, chances are you already have a job or some kind of life venture lined up, and it's why you're leaving said job. This is to give the company a comfortable allowance to replace you or to start seeking your replacement. That's why this exists. In my field, 3-week notices are becoming more and more frequent, or they blacklist you as non-rehirable, right? Like this is a leveraged window held against you. I agree with Lyric. You're getting like 50% of the work from me. Especially again, in my world, half my time is going to be calling my regulars and saying someone else is handling your IRAs. I'm sorry. But yeah, at any given point, especially in, right to work at will states, they can walk your happy ass out. They can fire you without notice. And I think
people put in the 2 weeks and literally, like they've come in, like I've seen people literally walk into a manager's office. Like, this is my 2 weeks, and the manager said,
just
cool.
go,
just leave,
leave. And yeah, I think that's
like you're not getting paid for the next 2 weeks, but I mean,
yeah. Well, and then like you can take that as like a firing and fight for unemployment if you need it. But that's a whole separate.
I mean, generally, if I put in my 2 weeks, right,
mm-hmm.
that means I've informed my next employer that I have lined up.
Yeah,
that it's going to be about 2 to 3 weeks before I can start working there.
Yeah,
so I'm going.
Yeah, not enough of a window.
The amount of times it takes me to fight for unemployment and receive it, it's pointless.
Yeah. Sorry, I actually did completely misspeak there. But yeah, I think we all need to remember the fact that we are not just cogs in a machine. Now, to bring it more to this specific post, there's a fucking war. There's a war. I don't care what your inventory is. I don't care what higher powers that aren't God you're talking to. Nothing is more important than your life and your safety. And this manager has clearly been drinking the Corpo Kool-Aid.
Well, they're in Beirut, so I don't know how much corporate there is there.
I truly don't know. But yeah, culturally, I'll say from what I've discerned from this post is that it's toxic and it's super work oriented.
This is what posted 6 hours ago. What
6 hours
war?
ago. Yeah. Is there a war right now?
What's happening?
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
I figured Lyric would know this.
Yeah.
Why do you? I mean, if it had nothing to do with fucking us, then.
Zom said, my cousin is in computer science finance.
It's the Hezbollah shit. It's the Hezbollah shit that's going on over there. So it's a civil war.
Yeah.
It's still war.
It's still war. War is still war. Let's not discredit, but yeah.
No, I'm not saying,
there's a reason why we're not, cued in at the moment.
We don't know. Not a us thing.
My cousin is in computer science finance. He said out of 100 people, maybe 30 didn't get fired, and 2 out of 10 from his direct team weren't fired. Exactly. Yeah, shit's wild. Forbes just announced, I keep saying this damn near every stream, that in the United States, 40% of companies had no plan on filling vacant positions. Remember, they want you to be a cog in a machine. They want you to give ample notice as to when they need to replace one of their good cogs.
And that is why you join the military, where you have job security. At least until you get out, then they could care less about you, and they'll tell you to line you up with a job, and that just will not happen. You will be homeless.
But
however,
as an ex-Marine, they'll teach you how to be homeless as fuck.
Yeah, I will tell you, you'll be a damn good homeless person. You'll probably be one of
you could survive anything.
This is true. Trust me. Ask Todd. The one time I went to go visit him over the New Year, I was on the road going home, and it started fucking blizzarding out, and I was like, dude, get out here. And I sent him a picture, and he's like, you're gonna drive home in that? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what happens if you break down? I'll be fine.
Yeah,
Marine Corps told me.
That's it.
That's crazy. It's almost like I could fix it.
Yeah. Also that, yeah.
And then he's like, I would feel more comfortable if you just drove the 30 minutes back here and stayed with me another night. And I go,
I can't remember.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, you did.
I think he was just lonely. I think Todd was just lonely and wanted to snuggle.
Immediately came back to me cranking hog in the mirror, so
No, I came back and immediately went to go get fucking subs and came back and what did we watch?
I really
Oh,
wish.
what do you want?
I really wish that Cajun place I took you was still open.
Was that the same trip you took me to the Cajun
Yeah,
place?
yeah, 100%, 100%.
I think that was the night I came in. We
Yeah.
went to that Cajun place.
Oh, so fucking good.
Yeah, that shit was good. That shit was good. I don't remember where we got subs though, but it was you, me, and Juno. We went and got
Oh,
subs.
it was Potbellies and it was overpriced as shit.
It was good.
Yeah, it was like $60 to fucking of just subs to feed us. I'm like,
I offered to pay, and you said, "No, don't worry about it."
doesn't mean I can't, say it was
No, I forgot what we watched. What did we watch though?
we
when
were
got
watching
back?
something. I think it was it Mando or was that Book of Boba Fett? That was about that time.
I think it had to be Boba or Mando.
I want to say yeah,
about.
that was about that time.
Then we also watched old NSO YouTube videos.
Yeah, we
Remember
did, regrettably. So Bossy got a kick out of Corpo Kool-Aid. Yes, you can steal that. Just, tell them to follow me. I want some of that chicken again. It was good. We're short on people and people are retiring and it fucking sucks. Yes. But also, fuck you for helping build a data center, shitter. You better have added sugar to the Concrete Boys mix.
All I'm saying, if I was guaranteed not to work third shift, I'd work where Tyler works right now.
Yeah.
You could not confirm nor deny that for legal reasons. That's a joke for legal reasons.
If anyone has a local data center getting built, add fucking sugar to the cement mix. You'll keep them employed.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So yeah, we can agree. The woman that doesn't want to go to her shitty boss and help with inventory in the middle of a civil war is not an asshole, right?
Can you imagine tomorrow when the update's posted? Update. I didn't go in for the inventory. The inventory no longer needs to be done. She was in the middle of doing it when it got bombed.
100% is unfortunately what I picture out of this.
I mean, I don't think it's unfortunate. I think it's a life lesson learned. I mean, she no longer has a life to learn that lesson.
Yeah, I was just about to say, not a whole lot of. Monkey said they're hiring mechanics. So,
fuck.
Do we want to do one more? We think we're good there. We're hitting the 2-hour mark. I think we could wrap.
Well, my laptop's at 29%, and I don't feel like plugging it in. So it's up to you, which you want.
There's this one that says, am I the asshole for moving my son into the basement? And as gamers, I feel almost legally obligated to cover that one.
Do you live in a basement?
I used to.
Oh,
Never
okay.
lived in the basement. My parents loved me.
Builds.
Well, I'll tell you.
Fuck
what,
you.
If you guys want to do it, you go for it.
Right.
I'm going to dip out because my laptop's at 29%, and I don't feel like walking to the other side of the room, first world problems, to get my fucking charger.
Wow, do you down or do you want to wrap?
I'll do another one with you. It's okay.
All right. Everyone say bye. Love you to Lyric.
Bye,
No,
Lyric.
fuck all you guys. I don't like any of you.
Say Lyric. Say happy birthday to Zom.
Happy birthday to Zom.
Yes.
Oh, happy birthday, Zom. Totally not being held at gunpoint to say this to you. Love you. Thanks for hanging out in the streams.
Right.
Not for real. Happy birthday, Zom.
Yeah, we love you, bro.
Thanks, Val, for holding on the stream and actually, being a great co-host, unlike Todd.
I'm getting outsourced to New York of all things.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. So this is, am I the asshole for moving my son into the basement? ? Posted 2 days ago by New Emergency 5943.
Okay.
When my ex-wife and I got married, we bought the house my new wife and I currently live in. During the divorce proceedings, I bought her out of the house. It is a 4-bedroom house. The basement was my ex-wife's sewing room. When she moved out, I turned it into a game room. My wife and I are pregnant. We sleep in the master bedroom. My daughter sleeps in the downstairs bedroom. My son and her son both have rooms upstairs. We asked both boys if either would be interested in moving into the basement. My son said yes and asked if he can have a redecorating budget. I said yes and allocated him $500. My ex-wife, when she found out about him moving into the basement, threw a fit. She is threatening to take me back to court. She said the basement isn't fit for human habitation. Not true. And that I am turning our son to Cinderella. She called me sobbing and begged me not to force her baby into that horrible place. I explained that he volunteered to move down there, and she says we manipulated him into it. Basement is bigger than any room in the house, including the master bedroom. Our plan for if neither boy wanted to move into the basement was to move in ourselves. It is colder than the rest of the house, but my son is always complaining that he is hot in the summer and wanting to crank the AC. Also, we should buy a space heater if he wanted one. Keep in mind, we're talking a few degrees colder. I think my ex is being ridiculous, and her threats of court are not grounded in reality. However, it's not about her. It's about the kids. Is it an asshole move to ask someone to volunteer to move into the basement? It's no worse than any other room in the house, except the windows are high up and the temperature is slightly lower. Do you mind if I grab this one and run real quick?
Go ahead.
That is a boy. That is a young boy. Chances are he was fucking daydreaming about moving to the basement. I tell you what, something about us, we just yearn for the mines and the caves, and the basement, assumably unfinished, is fucking, it's everything. That is everything you need for character development in a young man. Not only that, but giving a $500 budget is killer as shit. All of this is fantastic. That's part of the reason why my stepbrother and I, we shared a basement. It was the big ass basement. We shared a basement. We were hot as shit in the summer. It was great with a few degrees colder, and we had our own bathroom. Bear in mind, I have 3 sisters. Those fuckers can take the one upstairs. All of this is so, I don't know. The ex is being crazy. I don't like just throwing that out there, but this is what Zom said. This is so, what a non-issue. What a fucking joke. What a waste of time. Like
he's both of the sons. He said, hey, you know, we're thinking about moving somebody into the basement. Do either of you two want it? You know? And they were like, hell yeah. I think we don't have context for like how old the boys are, but I think like, especially to me, it sounds
10,
like they're
12.
probably like maybe, yeah, they're
a little
young,
older, a little
like,
younger or something.
Yeah, a little younger, but like they're getting into that age where like they're gonna be teenagers soon, and like God forbid a boy wants a little privacy. God forbid somebody wants a little bit of privacy. Also, considering the fact like it's whether it's unfinished or not, like it's space for them to grow into who they are as people. You know what I mean? Like it's like, and it's not like you're just leaving him down there with like a blanket and a pillow and being like, suffer. Like,
ignore that the door
like,
locks this way, sonny boy. Get down there.
Right. Like, he literally was like, hey, I would love to move down there. Can I just have a budget to do some redecorating? That way I could feel like my space. He's like, yeah, here you go. Let's get you some things. Assuming he already had like just move his bed and stuff down there.
Yeah.
You can get anything you need. If you're, hey, you may not want a space heater right now, but if you end up wanting one, we can get you one. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. All accommodations are.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything that you're saying is spot on. This is all accommodations are being made for, and this is like, it's fun. Like right, finish or unfinished, it's fun. Like the basement is usually like, grew up in the Midwest. Like that's usually your storage and things like that. Like no one really cares about the walls down there. Hang whatever poster. Like it is a really unique experience.
The amount of like house parties that I used to go to, not that my mom is listening and whatever, but like we would always be in the basement, and it's always an unfinished basement with concrete walls and floors because it's the easiest thing to clean up. God forbid if anybody spills any alcohol. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's unfinished. It's like the vibe. Like that is the vibe when you grow up in the Midwest, where it's like an unfinished basement that is cold, but hey, blankets exist.
Well, and we usually run a little hotter, so it's great. It's fantastic. I was so sick of going upstairs and like they would have the heat cranked to like 73. I'm like, I'll stab one of you. I'm willing to bet out of the $500, $200 went to a fucking pool table because on the 6th day, God said put pool tables in basement. I didn't make the rules. I just follow them. You know what I'm saying?
Like foosball.
Yes, yeah. Air hockey.
That's something,
Yeah, just.
But it sounded like it was already like a game room. Like it already feels like there's probably was already that in that space.
You said a sewing room, I want to say?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Said,
because it turned into a game room. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
So there probably was already like some stuff down there. Like they probably were already going down there as it is anyway to go enjoy the space. And they were like, the space could be used for more things. And anybody want to move down there?
Yeah.
And like it's like it'd be different if he was like, you particularly, this son in particular, you're gonna go down to the basement. You don't have a say. That's different. That's not what's happening here.
No.
What's happening here is he's like, does anybody want to move into the basement? If not, you know, me and his like, he's like, me and the wife will take it. Cool, no big deal. I'm assuming if he and the wife took it, then probably one of the other kids would move into the other room upstairs.
Yeah. I've seen that
Because it
happen.
sounds like they're trying to make another room for
for
what
one
are
on the
they?
way.
Yeah, for the one on the way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? They're trying to be like, hey, what's the best way we can do this without having to get a whole new house?
Yeah, without selling and buying and going through that hell.
Yeah, or also having to shove both boys in one room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's giving them their space to grow and grow up and enjoy the things that they enjoy. It's not like you're like separating them permanently. Hey, he can go upstairs, by the way. He can come upstairs
Yeah.
and still enjoy time.
He's not
Like,
foreboding
He's not
to
banished
the
to, yeah, he's not banished to the basement. Like, what
Yeah.
the hell? Girl, woman to woman, you're being crazy. It's okay.
And I'm gonna double down and say, like, look, the husband, father, you know, the man in this turned the basement into a game room. What did I say? We yearn for the fucking caves. We yearn for the basement. Like, this is already an area, like, a part of me feels like the ex-wife probably doesn't know it was turned into a game room and would throw a fit if she caught wind of, you know, that remodeling. It just seems like this,
Right.
you were bought out, meaning the equity that you had in that property, you have been properly financially compensated for. You have
Right.
no say. You have no say. If you truly
Exactly.
feel, you know, moving a kid down to the basement is like torture, sure, you have the right to go to court, but anyone with, you know, more than 2 brain cells can put it together and be like, no, it's fine. I don't know why she's mentioning it as that horrible place, by the way. I'm just going to highlight that
Yeah,
right there.
unless it's like the basement floods all the time,
Mhm,
or like there's literal holes in the floor. Like, unless it's like truly inhabitable, which it doesn't seem like it is based off the fact that they've made it into a sewing room prior and then a game room.
Mhm.
Like, unless it's completely inhabitable and there's shackles that are on the floor and in the walls, like a weird, creepy basement, like, it's fine. If either of the boys weren't interested in moving down there, they would have said, no, I really don't want to. Like, I kind of like my
Fine.
room. And the
Fine.
parents would have been like, cool, we're gonna take the room downstairs and we're gonna move into the basement.
And, you know, I want to know how many seances occurred in this basement to be considered that horrible place.
Is there like a pentagram on the floor?
What
Has
were you
there been,
sewing?
like,
Was it skin?
Yeah,
Bundy?
like
What
what's the energy down there? What's going on?
Just want to take some pictures. Like,
Yeah,
fucking-
like, what's going on?
yeah, all of it is nuts. So yeah, I think we're both in complete agreement. If he's a teen, he's likely ecstatic to get a whole floor to himself. Like,
That's
in a
what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. It is. Yeah.
This couldn't be any better. This is the perfect opportunity.
I think my father
I-
physically grabbed me and
yeah.
like threw me down in the basement and was like, "Have
Yeah.
fun."
Yeah, me personally, I wouldn't enjoy a basement because I can't temperature regulate. I would be too cold.
Mm.
So I would personally not take the basement. But like the way that my house was growing up, it was a split level, so you walk right into the front door.
Yep.
And you either go upstairs or downstairs. And the downstairs area was my parents' room, their bathroom, their closet, and then like laundry. And then upstairs, like living room, my brother's room, a spare room, and then mine. My room was their old master bedroom before they decided to move downstairs into a bigger space.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I was cool with moving from a smaller room into a bigger room, or vice versa. I was like, cool. My older sister, because I have a stepsister, she was asked first if she wanted the room. She was like, no, thank you. My brother had like a room that was built for him, so he was like, I mean, I'm fine in here. It's whatever. And I was like, I would like to have my own room because my stepsister, she would stay with us for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of the year I would have the room to myself, but there was always another bed in there, so it never really felt like my space. So when I got my own room, I was like, this is awesome. And it was the biggest room of all of his kids, and I'm the youngest of the three.
It's usually a rite of passage for us is how I'm gonna phrase
Right.
it. Like, you
Right.
know,
I'm the youngest of three, and so the older ones were asked first, and they were like,
Yep.
"No, I'm good." And plus, also, my sister wasn't staying with us majority of the year; she was only with us for the summer, and so she was like, "No, I'm good." And so when I got the bigger room, I mean, she was a little upset about it at first, but she was
Sure.
asked. So, but then my parents
Yeah.
moved to the basement, quote unquote. Not that it was really a basement because the split
split
house.
level. I love split levels,
Yeah.
by the way.
I think they're cool in concept, in theory. I mean, they're perfect for like what you need them for.
Yeah.
You know, they don't be anything crazy or extravagant, but they aren't bad by any means. But that's just the way it worked out. I'm assuming I don't know what young boys do in their time besides play video games. I'm sure they would love to have an entire basement to themselves. They're probably fine. Like chat was saying, like, or like how like the comments were saying, like, it's the best idea. Like, ecstatic. Probably like, yes, this is the best time of my life.
Dylan threw in a couple good I'll read comments now if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dylan said, at least with living in the basement, you can bring someone over and your parents still have to hear any. Oh, God, I'm not going to say that. Forget what she says. If the child wellness officer inspects your place and gives the seal approval, you're good. Exactly. And then underneath it, I have pinned fuck Rama.
Right.
Monkey said, sounds like the ex-wife is just a bitch. Yep. Zom, in all caps, we all yearn, we all beg, we all pray to have one of the Lord's blessings to be gifted upon to us. Only such exist in our dreams. Never could I have ever thought of a bigger fantasy besides being sent through the wall, but by a Spartan goth mommy. I wish I was this kid. As a teenager, I got both cardboard and blackouts onto my windows, and with a basement is with a basement such as even easier. Monkey put I like cold. And Zom said, I'm calling it here and now. The ex-wife is just salty and hella pissed at OP for something. I don't know. Just wants to push that he's an asshole mindset through her son. And that if her son says it as dad is an asshole, then ex-wife is like, can like win more or some shit. I agree. I feel this is just, this is a poise, right? This is a coup d'etat. And selling your house, looking for a house close to everything, close to groceries, drugstores, move everything from A to B. It's awful. Yeah. Moving's rough. I think I've shared it before on a handful of occasions. I moved 5 times in 3 years. It's miserable. So to suppose the idea of moving because you're giving your kid a basement room is an absurdity. Anything in the 70s is a house room is too hot for me unless there's a fan going. Exactly. I agree. We used to keep my house at 67. I helped you move. You did. That was the 5th and final move. Thank you, Monkey. So yeah, this guy's obviously a huge asshole, right? For forcing his son,
the worst person alive, obviously.
His heavily disabled, malnourished, dehydrated son into a basement with locks and
right. Like this is such like a non-issue. Like you know, like Zom was saying, like it's truly just sounds like the wife wants to like bicker and bitch about anything, and she's like, "How dare you move my son? Your son
my
volunteered."
baby.
Yeah, hey, he volunteered. I literally asked if any of them were interested. By the way,
and by the way, like
he was like, "Yeah, please."
What a nice budget, $500. You know, like that's a pretty solid.
Yeah.
Like, way to go.
Your kids.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah.
Take me $20. It's probably because I had to go buy a new dresser from a garage sale to get from point A to point B.
Right.
So no, I think all of this is really solid on Dad's end. I can't get over if he's a teen, he's fucking ecstatic right now.
Yeah, like he's just like he's the happiest he's ever been, truthfully.
If that's 17, holy fuck, there's no windows, no sun glare on my TV. Exactly. Yeah, oh my god, not having sun glare was great.
Yeah, no sun glare on your PC monitors, nothing. You're chilling. and it's a game room. Like I'm sure there's a pool table down there. He's
Mhm.
gonna be so good at pool that he's gonna be running people up for their money when he's old enough to drink and go to bars.
I want to buy. Speaking of games, I want to buy Big Buck Hunter for my house. Everyone knows it's the plastic shotguns that you shoot at the screen. That's at every pizza
Yeah.
parlor. I really want one, and there's one for $3,000 near me, and boy, howdy, am I really thinking about it. I love Big Buck Hunter. Yeah, that's right, Monkey. That's right, baby.
Y'all are some
We don't grow up.
country boys.
I'm not country. I'm not country at all. I just
Yeah,
I just
I don't know.
I just so happen to hunt and fish, but I don't think I don't think I can consider myself
I don't do that
country at
shit.
all.
I don't do that shit. You know what I do? I take the subway to work.
I'm a hunter gatherer, ma'am.
I think you're a hunter. I think a gatherer would be something totally different. I don't hunt. I don't do any of that. I don't even like. You were mentioning fishing earlier. I don't even like to put the worms on the thing. I don't like touching them.
Yeah, I mostly use like minnows. I don't.
Nope, I don't wanna
Night
touch
crawlers
it.
aren't my favorite.
Impulse said he's coming over right now.
That's right, baby. We could just go shoot deer on my land. Yeah, but then like there's also sort of the mini games and that
You know,
and Big
there's-
Buck Hunter are different. Shoot the pop can 17 times out of the air. Actually, we could do this in your backyard. Now that I'm thinking about this.
Yeah, just like throw things in the air and shoot it.
Or like whatever the frogs climbing the ladder or whatever. They're on like a zip line.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a few weird ones in there. That's it. I think on the asshole end, I have to.
I think the overall consensus today was that there was a lot of "you are not the asshole."
Yeah, there was a lot
which
of
is- There's a lot of not the assholes today. A lot of people also overreacting for things. This is insane.
If they're not the asshole, who's flickering the lights? Yeah, no, there's several of these. I say this at the end of every stream that it's quite sad that some people feel obligated to post these because they've been pushed
think
to a
it's-
point where they need it.
Yeah.
And
I'd
clearly,
have to submit my own.
fucking Dad Hitler over here is
But his poor son
Yeah.
that he asked if they wanted to go into the basement, and he said, "Absolutely, Father. I yearn for the mines."
yearn for the mines.
That he shoved down into the basement with a $500 budget to redecorate it however he wanted.
Give me
And said,
$500,
"Let me
but
know."
not the key to the lock. So he's just been eating the paper.
Yeah, just shredding it up.
All right, I have to yell at Zom. Zom, you have to
Okay.
promise me you're not getting like your sick kicks out of this, right? I'm gonna
He's definitely.
He's that
definitely is.
cranking hog. All right. So I have to itemize this before I yell at him. He doesn't go outside enough. He's a beautiful individual. Isn't socialized enough, and that there is a Spartan goth mommy out there for him. So hold on. Let me. Let me. You dumb asshole. You have fucking hair down to your ass that you can design any which way, and you're just now learning how to style it. You're beautiful. Get out there. You're young. You're young. Why are you afraid of the outside? There's no reason for you to be. Go live your life. You have it's at your fingertips. It's 100%. This is on you. You had a rough draft with the girl at the nerd store that hit on you, and then you fucking forgot the message for a month. Go out there. Go out there. Because there is a Spartan goth mommy out there. There's also a lot of fake goths out there. That's a separate issue altogether. That's stolen valor. But absolutely, come on. Your sense of humor, your nerdiness. Yeah, you're a handsome, long flowing hair. You got some Fabio ass fucking hair. Go live your life, fool. Happy birthday. We love you.
Happy birthday, Zom.
If I was a fantasy monster, I'd be a vampire. Yeah, you look like you're from fucking you're one of the dudes in the background of fucking Van Helsing.
Cam, unfortunately, Todd did say his B cups went to A cups, so
Mhm.
I don't know
Well, I appreciate that.
about that one.
I appreciate that though. Keep me going. Keep me going.
do you guys want me to leave? Y'all need an alone time together here?
Nothing's alone when it's on camera. I forgot the message for months, and then we talked in person about a week ago. I'm gonna yell at you again. You didn't fucking tell me you talked to her again.
I'm gonna yell at you again.
You
Your
idiot.
yelling is so kind.
I'm not truly angry. Also, like, my voice is shot. I played paintball today, and that involves me shouting a lot.
You
I
gotta
actually
use your diaphragm to yell instead of your like. Don't push from your throat, but push from your diaphragm. That's a.
you're gonna need to teach me how
That's
to
a
do
singer
that.
tip.
I don't know how to do that.
It's a singer tip. That's how people
I don't
like
sing.
Yeah, it's like a singer tip. I'll help you with it.
I
I'm sure
appreciate
Lear can also help you with it too.
it.
If he does that, I don't know if he does.
When I go with my siblings, I'm outside. I just say, "Oh fuck, that's bright. You're a fool." Todd, can I buy your car? Yeah, fuck that. I did in the Halo Reach stream. No, you didn't. Maybe you did. And if I do, I owe you an apology. But no, you didn't.
LOL.
You weren't even here for the Halo Reach stream. You weren't even here for all that. Actually, you were here for some of that. I need to post that clip of me chucking that fucking nade across the whole map and it landing on the back of Lyric's head. I think this is. Are we in the just hanging out? Huge shout out for Bossy for swinging on by. But I'm still gonna call him kid. I'll be coming to J-Town tomorrow, if not Romeo for parts. Okay. How was your weekend, Wild?
It was pretty good. I had a birthday party that I went to yesterday. And I thought about not going, but it was literally like 3 blocks from my apartment, so I kind of felt like I was obligated to go. My friend turned 32, and so it was a really fun party. It was like a black light party, so everybody was wearing white or neon colors,
that's
which
pretty
is
neat.
cool. Yeah, it was really fun. I had a great time. We sang happy birthday. I left. I did like half an Irish goodbye.
Quarter Irish, half Irish, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a birthday party for my TT. That was pretty solid, but then I woke up at 5:30 a.m. this morning. That was not solid. It was awful.
Yeah. Oh, I will say I did have to wake up. Like, I usually wake up at like 2 in the morning for work, right? And of course, 2 o'clock in the morning was 3 o'clock in the morning because of the time change.
Yeah, the time change is rough, and I wish I'd stop it.
Yeah, we don't need it anymore. It was during war times. If we don't need it anymore, it's pointless.
So what if I go out? The fuck do I do other than just wanting to go inside? Go inside.
I think you gotta find the thing that makes you want to be outside. Whether that is, reading in a park or eating lunch outside or
see if there's parks that have chessboards nearby. If you know how to play chess, those seem really cool. I, for one, like, this is a place that you'll love, Zom. I want to say the world's biggest arcade, or one of the world's biggest arcades, it's a decent drive away from me. But every machine is jailbroken. So it's this plethoric arcade. Massive, man. And they're all, you pay $20, or I want to say they may up their price to $25, unlimited. So if you die in, for example, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles original arcade game, you just keep pressing. And I had, finally got a chance to beat it. House of the Undead. Like, that's something, go outside, go find. There are a bunch of hidden gems out there. How many businesses have you passed every day on your way to work or just on your route and just never went into? How much food have you not tried? I got new windows ordered for my house. Windows are horrifically expensive, and someone needs to talk about it.
You know what's outrageously expensive? Rugs.
Rugs are very expensive. Everything's expensive. But yeah, rugs, windows, doors. There's a lot. But yeah, the Zom, go out there. Go out there. That nerd store you like. Houtway Mahon. Yeah, you said the one, Dylan. And I'm down to go to that anytime soon if you're down, because I love that fucking place. Zom, wait a minute, hold on. How did the conversation go with you and Let's see. Besides, in all fairness, someone has to read all the books for Republic Commando, Thrawn Trilogy, Witcher, Metro, Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Listen. You like to box yourself in. Things can coexist. Things can coexist. I tell you what. You can go out, do a thing, come back and read that book. Rejuvenated. Even more so ready to read that book. I just hit 102 smithing and RuneScape. Since you no, you didn't. You still in the damn basement? No, we wrapped it up. Now we're just chatting. No, you didn't.
Yeah, we're just chit chatting.
Zom, you didn't send me nothing. Yeah,
Damn,
idiot.
he called you a fuckwit. That's crazy.
He did. He did. He's getting bold. He sent me this paintball thing though. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. Not understanding. Best magician in the world. Did he get hit on the hopper and clean swiped it? No, I was just making poof. By the way, if anyone's ever curious, paintballers dump that shit because here, I'll move it a little bit to the left so Instagram can see it. That's a skill.
Yeah, my favorite videos ever though is like you waste half of the thing of your paintballs. Like they're just
So I've explained that
it's
a couple times. I am happy
it's just
to
funny.
explain it. Like if you're curious about the actual reason. And so here, like, are you? Can you see it on screen? Oh yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you a couple things here. Tell me when ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, so this player, AC Diesel, I believe this is Alex. Good player. They're pro. Their paint is like free, so they don't really care too much. He is being shot at right now. It's one of those. Any part of you gets shot, you are out, including the pod right here that we use to reload into our hopper. Now we take it out of our pod packs that's on our back, right? I'll show you real quick. You might miss it. Bam. That pod stopped right there. Why? That hopper's full. We don't have like a counter, and we also do not wait until we're completely empty to actually load up more paint. So he's done. Like that hopper's loaded. He's being shot at and he's running the risk of that pod getting shot. If the pod gets shot, he's out. And say, for example, like, he didn't do anything. He's just now looking with what we call inside or a crossfield. Say if there was a guy, you best believe I am chucking that pod and getting my gun up to shoot him rather than caring about getting, every ball into my hopper.
Right.
I hope that makes sense.
I mean, yes and no. I don't know. I think paintball is fine. I don't really have like a negative or a positive comment about it. I think it's, y'all want to do it, go ahead.
It's interesting when you play it at a different caliber, like the speedball, professional environment is what this is called, speedball or airball.
Yeah.
It's way more intense and sport-like than some people think, right? Like all the time people talk about going into the woods and doing it. Like this is I've been point blank popping the Adam's apple, right? Like it's intense.
Oh, that's why you sound like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm a smoker. Look for 226. Oh, you sent this a while back?
Damn.
Oh, damn. Hold on. I have to do a read and react on stream. I'm gonna remove this out of the way.
She bullied you into buying it. That's all I saw so far.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
enjoy
Hold
the
on.
bullying, or was it like
You're
bad
absolutely right.
bullying?
Update about her, read and react to on stream. I saw her in the corner of my eye, paused for 10 seconds, decided I should talk to her, and I did. Good on you. Proud of you. We talked about what foods we do and don't like. Good conversation choice. She said something I didn't like. I pretended it was a court case and said, Your Honor, this one right here. Nice. She also bullied me into buying stuff. Didn't work, but she's pretty cool. It was a few months ago. She bullied me into buying this. So when I saw her, I waved towards her and I said, I cast illusion spell. Thou doth not see me. you're the one that said the iCast, right? Just want to make sure I'm so I don't know. I guess I'm good at talking. Don't know what I'll do with it, but anyways, on a much more interesting. Oh yeah. Good conversation. Good conversation. Now, if you start seeing her more and more frequent, then re-enter texting. There might still be hope. He's getting so hostile in chat right now. It's because he's getting indignant. We're talking about his social interactions. I'm not gonna read that lyric. I need your gun and stuff again. I'm assuming these rentals are gonna use it Saturday. Gonna be ass. Shit. If you want to come and pick it up there, pal. I just had my backup blow a hole in the actual fucking tube, in my air tube, and it was loud as shit. Read that last part. Sir, yes, sir. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I read onto much more interesting topics and I didn't know. So, P.S. I sometimes see her at work and I at hers. She said, I'm like, where's Waldo? Because I'm there when she least expects it. How many more green flags do you need? I know 40% of men are color deficient visually, but you should probably, you know, if there's more frequent interactions, you should probably text her again, Zom. Yeah, check what date does Mouse PI drop. Too many green flags. Doesn't qualify for Monkey and me. Let's see, Mouse PI. When does this drop? Oh, it drops next month? Oh, that's right. They did update it. I want to say it was originally for March. All right. So now I need y'all to help me figure out what game I'm playing. Am I going to be playing Sly Cooper?
Dude. I want to play it so bad. I don't care if you play it. I want to play it.
I was going to stream it because you suggested it. Is that no longer something you're down for?
I would love to watch.
All right. So much effort. So little effort, Zom. In fact, the bare minimum. Yeah, this game looks beautiful. I don't know if I can handle another one as crazy as the last girl I had over. Monkey, do I have your blessing to talk about what she asked you to do with?
Oh dear God, I'm scared. Should I be scared?
No, you were there. I think we were talking about it in Fort. Yes, play that game. I'll play that game April 16th. Oh yeah, you can tell Wild. If this is the same woman, because Monkey's going, through a little of a phase right now.
Is it the same phase you have?
No.
Phase?
I am a man of Christ. No. So,
Okay.
long story short, she asked him to rip out her IUD.
Oh yes.
Yes, and I said,
I do remember this.
Do you remember?
That's a crazy thing to tell someone.
Do you remember what I told him to do?
No, but that.
I said to do it and then sell it for copper.
Not all IUDs have copper.
We're going to assume this one had copper. Or wear it on a chain. I don't care.
A chain!
That's right. I had that shit hanging though. Yes, no, Impulse,
all
don't
I'm
you?
going to say is the fact that she said that is crazy because it's not. It's pretty painful to do that.
Yeah, that one was a little too much. Yeah. Legit the best birthday gift I've ever gotten. So thank you so much. Of course. That and, the shirts, brother. We'll count that.
Yeah.
Yo, what should I stream Tuesday? More Hunt Showdown? More Ark?
I think you should
Ghost of Yote?
stream.
You're going to say Sly Cooper?
No, I want you to get full body waxed. I think that'd be funny.
What game should I stream, everyone? Let's
Next stream, Todd gets a Brazilian.
Yeah. Apparently I'm doing IRL streams. one or two people have enough for me to do the hot tub stream. And I am really working on getting rid of their points. The shirts are so fucking cool. They fit right. They fit pretty all right. And don't forget, if you dry them inside out so the logos don't come off. What time are you streaming Tuesday? Because I don't have to be at work until 11. 11 your time is 10 my time, right? So if we want to do Fort Tuesday, I'm down to do Fort or some. Or Hunt. We could do Hunt. I want NSO shirts. I only made them up until a certain size. I was in high school making them, Monkey. Actually, hold on. While y'all are here, the merch store is live. Well, live makes it sound some kind of way. Hold on. But yeah, the merch store is kind of back. We're very much so experimenting with products, designs, all that good stuff. We will be doing, before I update this, here I'm just gonna put it all right here. I'm gonna put it in chat. So these are old designs. They will be here for a limited time. Sorry, I can't breathe right now. They'll be here for a limited time. Some items will stay. Like, for example, this is my newer logo. That might stick around a little bit. The holographic sticker might stick around a little bit. But yeah, cuffed beanie in different colors. I'm actually partial to white and red. I put new-ish Cash logo, 3/4 cut. Cash dad hat, which, by the way, I love the black on black for that one. Holographic sticker. My old logo for anyone been around long enough to check that out. NSO, the original NSO logo that I made in high school. That is that shirt right there. So yeah. Now this is going to be a more me than it is NSO, right? NSO is still very much so. It's a corpse, right? You know, it three quarters not too long. Need tank top. You know what? Actually, you're right. I'll do something. I'll throw some kind of tank top, but it's also 3/4. Like it ain't that bad. You'd look good in the dad hat. But yeah, like it was pretty hard for the beanie. That's what I'm saying, dog. Thank you. But yeah, prices, try to keep them pretty. We can actually adjust these, and I think we minimized everything as much as I can. But a sweater. So here's what I'll say is, sure, I'll add a tank top, a short sleeve shirt. But here's the thing: I without paying for premium from Streamlabs, I can't do. So I will take all this into consideration for the upcoming designs that we're working on. But I don't think I can add any more designs currently. If I do, it'll be like one short sleeve shirt for NSO, maybe one short sleeve shirt for the Cash logo, and that is about it. But yeah, eventually these items will be phased out, so please get them now while Lyric and I still work on it. The beanie and the hat, I think, are maybe the only two that'll stay amongst potentially the Kiss Cut holographic sticker. Says I am the problem. It's, Cash, close enough. I am the problem. It says the same damn thing. Tomato. I have to leave by 9:45 to 8:45 your time, so we can figure it out. It's time. Yeah, I know how late you can. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we could play a little bit Friday, or sorry, Tuesday. I only don't like white because one stain and you're fucked. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get that. But yeah, these are all right here. Link is in chat. Honestly, we thought the store was still up, so it was like a big thing when we looked at it and decided, and then we're like, oh my god, why are they all in rough draft? Who did that?
Oh.
But I'm very partial to, my favorite are these two here of the old logo. I don't know, something about the white sleeves and the black body is really interesting to me. This I just threw on. Yeah, it stands out. But the hats, I really like the hats. Although Lyric was giving me shit all fucking day yesterday. He hates cuffed beanies.
Why?
He hates cuffed beanies. I don't. He's got some weird fashion taste. for someone that
Does he wear his beanie fully on his head or like not fully on his head?
he doesn't really ever wear beanies.
Okay then.
Yeah. I don't like sleeves. Well, then I will consider doing a tank top for the next drop. Or maybe I'll add a tank top. Fine. No. Tank top, short sleeve, sweater. But what would you want? Would you want NSO, old logo, just a word logo, new logo? What would you want? So the shirts I mailed you, Zom, those are the OG. Yes, those are what I made. I designed this myself in Adobe Illustrator, albeit not great, not as expertly as I probably could have. But I wanted my own logo. I made my own logo. I hand printed it off using not a Cricut because those really weren't a thing then in 2016, and hand pressed onto those. Yep. So I still have a box of them. I like the color of the NSO hoodie I wore after paintball. What fucking hoodie was that? Was that the tie-dye one? It wasn't the tie-dye one, was it? What hoodie were you wearing? I already have my tank top then. That's hilarious. It's winter. That's why when I wear out, I don't wear white or a certain other color. I only wear dark blue. Yeah. I totally agree with that, Sam. I have a whole section in my room dedicated to like work clothes, workout clothes, and then rec clothes, so to speak. No, it was black, white, and purple. It was a medium NSO. Oh, I remember. I think I remember it. You had it in your paintball bag. I gotta go find it. Shit. Because what, it was black. What was it, like white NSO, purple down the sleeve or something like that? My paintball bag. Now I gotta really think about this. Yes, I'm like, yeah. So it was from these same people here. This was all Streamlabs. So yeah. Eventually we will do our own merch, not through a supplier. But to be frank with you, Streamlabs merch is pretty all right. Like, for example, this logo. Yes, you can see that when it's on, on a different body, like it's not as faded. It truly looks like this. So I'll show you real quick. It does truly look a little faded. But at one point I actually did own one of these. Don't know where it went. I'm going to assume that Lyric stole it. But yeah, the prints come out very good. I like simple designs. I will bear that in mind. Merch with that color pattern, like the NSO purple with white and black. Yeah. So yeah, say the idea of us doing an NSO store is still around. Trying to get Sinister to revisit the idea of podcaster coming onto this is like pulling fucking teeth, especially if he's doing good in Hunt Showdown. There's just a few things. The Flick was supposed to start streaming. And he got discouraged and stopped immediately when he had 2 viewers. Unfortunately, a lot of NSO publicity, like Sin handled the paperwork, the background, the contracts. I handled the front load. Well, while you, yes, Hunt Showdown. I just got done streaming Hunt Showdown with him last Thursday. So then, like, I have to figure out what I want to focus on. Do I want to focus on me or do I want to focus on NSO? And unfortunately, I was pulled into 2 different directions too frequently. I'd stream if I had time. I gotta go. Gotta call. Much love, brother. You have a good night. But yeah, all of it. Here, I'll post the link again real quick.
What are you?
So, yeah. Where the fuck has Flickables been anyway? He's been here. Probably has visited chat this stream. Not gonna kid you. He just doesn't chat a whole lot. So
I see Flick here and there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still on live on the Am I the Asshole stream?
yeah, well, we just switched to just chatting.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
showing off the merch store is back for the merch Streamlabs store, at least for the Cash brand and one NSO shirt. He wants us to play. I think it's the game called It Takes Two, which I'm open to doing so.
Oh my god, I loved that game.
It takes two to make a thing go right. I don't think I would buy a shirt with your face on it because I stand next to you too much, but I would buy some
LOL.
stickers.
This one has
Have a-
just
have a
my
scroll
wording
for us?
logo. So I think
Oh, that's pretty good.
yeah. Or the beanie and hat I'm particularly partial with. I do think you'd
Yeah.
get a kick out of the sticker, but that's, at this
Yeah,
point.
that's
that
what
is-
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'd probably put that on my computer.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
so just so I can be like, remember the squad leader. Make him proud.
Make 'em proud. Correction, I talk a lot with you guys. Yeah, we love having you. I always love seeing your names on. Otherwise, more quiet than I'm house reading. Yeah. Speaking of which, don't be quiet. Go message that girl. So you know all about. Yeah, so that might be one of the streams here upcoming is It Takes Two with him.
Wait, click on the color options for this stuff.
Here I'll go in order. So beanie,
Yeah, sure.
red on red, white on red. I like that one a lot. New
Wait,
logo.
do red on red. Yeah. White on red is the best one, I think.
Black and white and black, white and red. I just had this. I'm not even crazy about the red, to be honest with you. This is the hat. There's no modifying it. It's just that.
Yeah.
Black and black. Just this for the NSO.
Little baseball shirt.
Yep, and same thing for these guys.
Nice.
So yeah, Tuesday will
I
probably
really
be
liked
Fortnite.
those.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Tuesday. I'm working 2 to 10.
Damn.
I'm not going to be able to hit any of the streams this week, unfortunately. You can play something tonight if you want to.
I'm down to after I get done eating.
Yeah, cool. Oh, I just woke up from a fat nap. I worked like 6 to 2 on that daylight saving, so I was just wiped.
Yeah. No kidding. You cut after said speaking of which. Oh, I didn't cut out. You were just not listening. I said, message that girl you're talking to. Get in there, Tiger.
I experienced a second bout of interference. Can you?
Yeah. My FM radio I use to watch Twitch is no longer functioning. Yeah. Oh,
That's what I do every time I hear something that I don't want to hear. I'm like, oh, I'm in a tunnel.
I'll get my designated tinfoil and crumple it up to this microphone. But yeah, text me or Discord message me. I'll say goodnight just because, this stream will never end. So, stay safe, everyone. Stay healthy. Much love. Appreciate y'all hanging out. This does get exported to YouTube, so keep an eye out for all that. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.